You want this over here?
Yeah, now you can throw it back. Yeah. There you go. It might change again, who knows?
I've gotten used to
Yes, exactly.
your tomfoolery.
Exactly. Jeff told me yesterday, he thinks 8 Northwest agents are gonna go to, what do you call it? The meeting on Friday, from his meeting.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah, right. It's, is your Spotify working right now?
Morning. Good, how are you? Good to see you.
Spotify just opened the door to lobby. Oh, it's overnight, but this is, so I'm sure. Good morning.
What are we not hearing anything?
It's fine, right? Didn't want to solve the topic. That. Gmail. So what happens when we don't? Try it. So we have to announce what's run to throw the hand. Oh. There was. I think it was just that way. Person, any place to any other. So here's my thing, I'm gonna save it like download it. In the PowerPoint somewhere?
Yeah, down the time. Yep. Now just go file.
Gentlemen, good morning, I'm Tim. Who are you?
Usually we have 35, 36. He's a liar. It's not chance. You know. Now there'll be 7 or 8 of us. You guys signed in? You were able to do a black folder? Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, good stuff. Want me to share screen? Hit it up. Yeah. All right, give me a second. Give me a second. So now we have the 2, which one is the most current, do you know by the name, can you tell? 24, this one? Yeah. Where do we do the typo here, typo there? Damn. That. Morning. That's going to be on the planet.
You like this on the top of it?
I move it around all the time.
Okay.
Top's better.
Way, right?
Yep.
Bam. Bam. Bam.
Beautiful. Getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
Okay, let's move in your.
I will,
And thirty. You normally get it for 6 weeks.
I get it at 10.
Then 10, it's your shit out of you.
That's right. I may have asked John, but I'm waiting to test. Sit tight. There it is, Robert, come on down. Sign in and you can grab, one from each file. Hey, hey. Hi, Glenn. I'm gonna probably be standing right here.
Okay,
So-
so we move.
Well, unless you want to look in the back of my head. I'm just saying. Yeah, maybe, over there somewhere might be better.
When
Yeah.
Roth savings tastes good.
I'll probably be here.
These
Yeah.
foods for this
now.
price, no brand is.
Okay.
I think that's perfect.
The receipt.
Plus, we want everyone on Zoom to see you. I mean, come on, see, we gotta get you on Zoom here. See, there you are. Now, come on.
All your holiday
Something like
favorites
that,
at the
you know.
only lowest prices.
All right.
We have to put in the office that we belong to or the one that we attended?
I know.
The one you belong to.
You guys get here early, see, they're a gift when you get here early. You really need one group now, you know, COVID free. Plastic, you know. There we go. Look at that. Everybody knows what rock title is?
What the title is? It's the property that realty one owns in terms of title.
Correct. So here, they Put that, and Brad Steve, you go to the. What that's, put one of them rock out. Didn't see him, you got yours, don't worry, you know. You get here on time, you get some stuff. You know, you get it late, get enough. I could say you got we got 4 of these. That's 4 of these, perfect. We get every month. Except the months, might have an 80 name on it. But it's as the months and years go on, you might want to read that or access some articles, some good stuff. We're gonna think of great shape, but I already started setting up my goal lists. 2024, right around the corner. I'm missing some more here. But I have I have always test and not gonna involve in no. What I'm saying is I have 1, 2, 3. And then I have 9. So we're going to the king in the binder, and the person then I have to figure out the same. If you get them all, it's not gonna start. We used to print them up in exams. It's supposed to be 600 pages. No, because I'm saying, kind of copy it for an hour. But if you come to the question of grams, if you come Friday and then Monday was going to be great. But at any time, you put like yes. More of you pick up number 4 points. Mine taking probably fails. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like an old one I have to do it. Morello and Mary, very nice. Diana, 1 diamond, okay. Okay. Never know when you're gonna need a real TV. Okay? They go your nose, put it on the toilet, you know, so I mean, come to you really. Wherever your spots are, where you think the best. All right, we can go like that. All right, let's. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Gabriella, can you see us? Or Anna Mary, can you see us?
Yes, I can.
You can hear us.
Yes, I can see you.
Okay, and you see the classroom, correct?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes,
That's it. So you're gonna see.
thank you.
We'll see everybody in the classroom for a minute, and then we'll do the old PowerPoint when we need to get to it here. Okay. All right, Robert, right now. Also, all of you that are on Zoom, if you go to the chat box, where's the chat box? There's the chat box. You sound muffled. Okay.
Oh, I saw the PDF.
Say it again.
Oh, I saw you had the attachment there, the PDF for the class.
Yes, there's a PDF that Amy from my office put in there just for you guys that are on Zoom, because you guys are lazy to come in. You're too lazy. You don't want to come in. That's okay. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I have my baby today, so I cannot
All right, I
go
know.
with the baby.
I'm only teasing. I know. But in some of the classes, there's a handout. And
Mhm.
so we put a PDF there, so you guys have it, because I'll go through them real quickly.
The PDF is corrupted?
It'll work. Click on it. If it doesn't work, they'll tell us. It won't open. Is anyone having this problem? Okay, I don't know. Everybody click on the PDF. Is it not working? We will have Amy uncorrupted for us. Maybe. There it is. Right. Bum, bum, bum. Not working for me either. Okay. We can fix that. Hey, Amy, can you hop on the chat box? They're having issues with the PDF. Okay, beautiful thing. All right, everybody has water, coffee, tea. What do you guys do? Right, well, all right. All right.
We're ready.
All right.
They give advice during orientation when you visit the buildings in advance before you need to be there. As I'm circling the building, I remember that advice.
There you go. Yeah, we'll cover some of that, yeah. Does everybody have a key fob?
Yes.
You guys? Yes. Okay, go. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't, that's okay. No, it's okay. Key fob is, does it have a key fob?
I got one.
It's a little black thing that gives you access to all 4 offices of Realty One Group. You have to buy it. We don't give it to you, unfortunately. It's $25.
Okay.
But it gives you access to all 4 offices from 6 in the morning to midnight, every day of the year. So come Thanksgiving, you have to fight at the Thanksgiving Day table, come on in here. Get away from the kids, whatever. It's really important that you get one, because you're gonna meet a client on a Saturday in Henderson, undoubtedly. And you might want to use that office instead of this one, because it's closer. And that key fob will get you in there. Okay, and then you might want to visit the offices in advance. So you know where they are, how to get into them, because you know how, this building, if you come in, you come to a building front door, correct? And then you come into the one. In Summerlin and Green Valley, we're not in a building. You swipe your key fob and you're in the office. But Green Valley and Northwest, they're in an office building. The key fob doesn't work on the building front door.
Green Valley? I thought you said Green Valley is not on a building.
They're not. They're like Summerlin. They're not in a building. You
Okay.
just walk right in. But
With-
Southwest and Northwest is in a building.
So we cannot access those.
You can. Did you come on board in Gonzalo? I don't know, Gonzalo.
No, yes, I did. Just I only pay
So
attention.
those 2 offices, there's a door right over here, very nondescript door. As you walk through, as you drive through the parking lot, that key fob works. Doesn't say Realty One on it. We don't want anyone to know it. That key fob will let you in.
Okay, then
It
that was
won't work at the front door after 5 or before 6 in the front door. And then you have the same thing in the Northwest. Northwest has a nondescript door in the back by the dumpster. They describe it that way, but that's where it is. It's by the dumpster. So, but you might want to get Stephanie or Laura will give you one. Okay. All right, gang. How's everybody on Zoom doing? Everybody good? Yeah, just give me a grunt. Give me something like, you're with us.
Very good. Yeah, we're
That's
here.
all I need. That's all I want for now. Okay.
Very good.
What we're gonna do real quick, yeah, Amy, they had trouble with the PDF file that said it wouldn't open, it was corrupted. So see what you can do to fix that for them, okay? But what I like to do in the REVUPs that I teach is, before we start, just go around the room and say hi. You don't know who he is. I didn't know who he was. You brought it up, right? So a little thing like this. Hey, my name is Ken Kelly. I've been a realtor for 15 years, 4 with Realty One Group. I run the Summerlin office. And I'm from New Jersey. Something like that. You know, your name, how long you been with the company, are you licensed or not? You guys, you have your license yet?
I just turned in my stuff.
Application? Right, so you're waiting. Okay. Did Mark tell you how long it normally takes?
They told me 6 to 8 weeks.
That's right. Mark lies all the time.
Yeah.
He can.
Oh, hey. What's he saying about me?
You're a great fellow.
There you go. There you go.
Anything goes sideways, you call Mark.
Which one was he lying about?
We're talking about the window of time to get the license.
Hey, we're just a new guys in here, okay?
That's it, that's it. We kick the big shots out. So,
All right, I'm out of here. See you guys.
all right, have fun at P. Go down there today, right? Not right now. All right, right now. Excellent. So, start off with you, if you don't mind.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gabriel Blair. I moved here a little over a year ago, but about 5 years experience in the fire department. And I just decided to do this and try and just get to, I don't know, just I wanted to go to a different field and just explore.
There you go. I don't think anybody grows up saying, I want to be a realtor. Unless your mother does it or your father.
Unless you know your family knows it.
Yeah, then maybe, but other than that, it's not something you go to college even for to become a realtor. You just kind of go into it. All right, who's next? Somebody, anybody?
Roberts, my name is Roberts. I've been contracting for about 15 years, furniture for 22 years. Was gonna give this a try and do it all my best.
There you go. Sounds the same as Gabe. Okay, who's in the back?
Hi, I'm Ken. I'm into real estate, but I've been living in Vegas for most of my life.
Oh, wow. And what, now you're in the Southwest office.
Yeah.
Gabe, you're a Southwest,
Yes.
and Robert, you're a Summerlin. Okay, gotcha.
Awesome. My name is Gonzalo. I'm from Argentina. I've been living in Vegas for about 23 years. I own a pet grooming business with my wife, which is going to be very successful. I had a couple of non-successful business before that, and real estate is just my next step in my business entrepreneur career. Hoping to make the best out of it on a less body demanding job as the one that we have right now.
Very nice, very nice. If you have a dog or a cat that needs grooming, go see.
And birds and horses too, but
Well, it's a difference. I don't have a horse. All right, Glenn, tell us who you
Hi,
are.
good morning. My name is Lady. I'm still real estate. So it's gonna be my fifth week. I already have my license for 2 months something.
Right.
And I am new in Vegas, so I have something, so.
Which office are
I
you in?
do-
You're in the,
What?
which office?
I am in summer.
Okay, all right, last but not least, Mr. Nunn.
Stephen Dunn in the Summerlin office. I've been in Vegas for 3 years, but before that I was in SoCal for about 14 years and Vegas before, so kind of coming back full circle, new to the industry,
And-
from software sales.
Other than Glenn, no one else, is your license in? You have your.
yes, I'm actually finishing with my post licensing as we speak.
Okay, okay, so no license, me, no.
I think when I'm hoping.
How many weeks
in
is it?
November,
How many weeks has it?
I dropped it off, September 30th.
Oh, that's,
And I think Sean said he got his in like 4 weeks, so I'm hoping to,
yeah, you're on 6 or
4
7.
weeks.
My license was done in less than 2. My previous brokerage got it less than 2 weeks after I turned everything to the.
Yeah, it's weird, There's no rhyme or reason why you take 4
I
and.
I did all at the same time.
They don't-
Mine took less than 2. That's still surprising to everybody. I mean, I'm grateful for it.
Yep. All right,
Good luck.
all right, who's on Zoom here? Looks like we lost some Zoom people. They were afraid to say hello. There was 7 a minute ago. Where'd you all go? But, Fiorella, could you tell us who you
Hi.
are, what office you're in? Do you have your license yet? All that stuff.
Good morning. I don't have my license yet. I turned it in October 1st. I'm still waiting. I am from California and I've been here for about 10 years though. So I will be at the Summerlin office.
Nice.
I
Very
think,
nice.
yeah.
Are you?
Nice to
on
meet
a team?
everybody.
Are you on a team, Fiorella?
No, I'm not on a team yet.
Excellent, okay. All right, who's next?
Nice.
I'll go. Can you guys hear me?
Sure, yeah, Glenn.
Hi, I'm Glenn. I'm at the Henderson location. I'm the Shad Williams team.
Nice.
I'm licensed. I started, I want to say February, March. And I'm from San Diego, California.
Excellent, thank you, Glenn. Glenn, just so you know, very few Green Valley people get off their butt to come to the classes, so I appreciate you being on Zoom, but we teach Green Valley, because they're like, that's like Utah, or that's like another state. It's
Are
like-
they by the Green Valley Ranch?
I don't know where they are, I have no clue, I don't know where they are, no, they're state roads, which,
It is Nevada same license?
oh, yeah, it's a state
Nevada,
license.
Nevada.
It's a state license, but they're technically in Henderson, so the business part is really one group Henderson. Not that it's a bad thing, but they're in Henderson. But we tease them because they're in Henderson, you know. All right, who's next? Gabriella or Anna Mary?
I can go.
Okay,
Okay, my name is Ana Marie, and I'm from Cuba. I've been in Las Vegas like 10 years. I'm from the Summer Lake office. I'm not licensed yet. I'm waiting for my license. No, very nice to meet you, everybody.
excellent. And no,
I don't have much to say.
you're good. And you're in the Summerlin office, correct?
I am, yes.
All right, who's left? Gabriella?
Hey, everybody, I'm Gabriella. I am in the Summerlin office. I'm still waiting on my license, but I went ahead and joined up with the McCall Palazzolo team. So I'm very excited about that.
Excellent. And how many weeks has it been since you sent in your paperwork, Gabriella?
4.
4, okay. So you got another 2 months. No, kidding.
No.
Easy, just easy. All right, gang. All right, so excellent, very nice. All right, now let me get rid of this share screen. Gabriella, I might ask you to be my eyes and ears when I switch screens here, because it's funny. Me and Mark and the managers talk about this all the time since COVID. So it's 3 years going on 4. We've literally done thousands of these Zoom classes. Like stood here and did, maybe not that, but pretty close to it, but, you know, we were doing 2 or 3 a day back in COVID, you know, and we're still not good at it. We're still not good at stuff. So if something goes sideways, or you can't hear me, Gabby, or I'm talking about something on the screen, and you're looking at the screen and it's nothing to do with what I'm talking about, just let me know. Because
Sounds good.
These screens. So on there now should be welcome to REVUP in my name, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right, so let's see if I can do this and without messing it up too much. Here, reading view, maybe there, gotcha, okay. And I saw in the chat box, you guys on Zoom, email Suzanne. Suzanne is our senior OA in the Summerlin office with Amy, and she'll send you all of this really cool stuff that I like to give out when I come to the classes, okay? Because I'm gonna go through it real quick, and you're not gonna see it on your screen. But just grab this little packet and go through it real quick. You all know who these people are, right? Right, okay. If you work in my office, Steve and Gonzalo and Wendy, you're gonna call me and Wendy. Me and Wendy are not available, which is almost never gonna happen. You're gonna call whoever you want. Maybe Mark or Jeff. I would probably say Mark or Jeff. The way it usually works here is the Northwest office in Summerlin seem to do more things together, and Southwest and Green Valley do more things together. I think it's just because of geography. Okay. Now, same thing for you guys. If you call Mark, now Mark doesn't have a sales manager. Notice at the bottom is John and Wendy. Wendy's with me and John is with Jim. Why do you think me and John have a sales manager and Mark and Jeff doesn't?
Volume.
And actually there's a mistake on it. See where it says Green Valley Dennis Ecker? Cross that off and put Jim Cerrone. Cerrone. I don't know why she put the Dennis on it. That's a mistake.
She's gone, right?
Yeah, Dennis is gone. Jim was the manager there for 10 years. He retired 6 months ago. Dennis came in. Something happened to Dennis medically, he had to leave. So Jim came back. We've out of the time, poor guy. Playing golf.
Only 6 months.
Poor guy. You know,
That's how long his retirement was.
we guilted him into coming back, you know, so he's a really good guy. He's been in the business like 40 years, really good guy. So that's Jim Cerrone, Cerrone. So in this case, if you call Mark doesn't have a sales manager. Maybe Mark's off. Maybe he's doing a class like this for 3 hours. Call me, call Jeff, call Ames. Okay, so a lot of new agents have a misconception that like Gabrielle is on a team. Okay, you guys technically aren't on a team, but you really are. You're on this team. You know, we call it Team REVUP. Okay, so it's might not be as formal as the Pedrosian team or the Shed. Oh no, my Green Valley guy, Glenn, you're on the Shed Williams team. Okay, which is one of our best teams in the whole company. Not wrong with that, but it's just a little bit different. Okay? But you guys, these six people, in no particular order, other than the officer and who you're gonna reach out to first. Okay, so that's what that is. You all know what the REVUP schedule is, right? You all have this. Please don't say, Tim, when's the next REVUP class?
It's Wednesday.
You know, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna say, remember the handout I gave you? It's every Wednesday and Friday. For 5 weeks. We don't have one seat, I'll give you one. Is it open?
I think it, I don't know if it changed or not.
Well, it could, yeah, but it's every 5 weeks, it's 10 classes, starts on a Wednesday, from 9 to 11, and then at the end of class number 10, which was last Friday, we switch it to the summer office. This will be here for 5 weeks. We'll go through it. If you want to take it again, which I recommend, you might want to take an open house class. And that's a big repeat class, because you're gonna be doing open houses. So you do it, what number is open house? Okay, 5? 5 or 6 open house? 6, right, so you take that with Mark in 2 weeks, and then 5 weeks later, it's in Summerlin, you might want to take it again with Mark. Mark, we all do those classes, so we alternate the location to make it easier for everybody to get to the middle of town. We never do them in Green Valley, they're too far. We never do them in Northwest, they're too far. So they're always at these 2 offices. So take it or leave it. Second thing I want you to tell you about, if you're interested in Sky Slope. Some of you, who knows what Sky Slope is?
I've been receiving those emails, but it doesn't explain anything.
Those of you that don't have your license yet, you remember, you've all got emails. Welcome to Realty One Group. Go into zone, set up your profile. Start putting in your social media links. Hopefully you're starting to do that while you're waiting for your license. Okay, and in there is something called Sky Slope. Sky Slope is really important. That's where your paperwork is going to go after you have a transaction. Okay, and we have transaction coordinators in the beginning that will do it for you. Will help you with it. But a lot of agents like doing it themselves because Sky Slope is kind of a lot of fun. But you don't have to. You can always have, I don't know who does it here, Michael maybe, or Michelle, or I don't know who most CC is. But in my office, we have Maria. In the Northwest, they have Sharon. In Green Valley, they have Tom. Okay, that will do it for you. But if you want to learn about it a little bit on Friday, go down to Green Valley, say hello to John, and he's going to be doing a special class for like an hour. Can't hurt, you know. I mean, if you have a family and you have kids, whatever, then of course that's priority. If you sit on Friday morning, oh shit, what am I going to do?
We have REVUP on Friday.
We do, yeah. So there's a little bit of so but this isn't just for you guys. This is for the whole company. So this goes out to all the agents. Okay? Hi, sign in over there.
Went to summer.
You did, oh, if we knew you were there, we all would have packed up and went to summer with it. And you did, you know? You sign in, grab one of everything,
Thank you.
okay? So that's nice. If you can't go, don't worry about it. We give classes on Sky Slope all the time. But this is maybe more so for the experienced agent than you guys, okay? I don't know if you remember Sky Slope. Another thing that we're big on in all of the offices is some sort of market update. Okay, I know John does one in Green Valley, I mean, Mark, or John does one here, I think. This is the Summerlin version of it. This is something I do every Monday morning, send it out to all the agents in Summerlin, and it gives them an idea what's happening with the numbers. Okay, if anything, at this company, we beat you over the head with statistics. You need to know how many homes are on the market. Not the exact number, but you know, you have to know that right now there's about 4,000 single family homes for sale. There's about 5,800 total properties for sale. Those are things you need to know. Like, you know, your birthday or your social security number. But that's gonna come up in conversations. And it's gonna make you look smarter than the other person who doesn't know that. Okay, so if you guys like this, you can email me, you can get on the list. But I don't mark that something like this. I think the other offices have something. What office are you in?
Sorry.
You are, okay. Did you get here late? You have to stand up on the table. If you don't want to take it. No. Tell us your name, how long you've been with the company, and where you're from, and what office.
Okay, my name is Nelly Rodriguez. I'm Cuban. I've been with the summer relocation for less than 2 weeks because I just passed my exams. I signed up.
And so, and you did, in 2 weeks that you're sending your paperwork?
Yes.
So you got plenty of, well, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to show you, we're going to use this later.
Quick question. So, on here it says, you can brand this. Where do we find?
This will come to your email if you're in Summerlin, or if you want to get on it, just email me. Amy then sends this out every Monday morning. When you get this, it's in PowerPoint.
Oh, it is.
So you need PowerPoint on your computer, and when you click in there, you can type whatever you want.
Okay.
You can put your picture in there. You can put compliments of Steve Nunn, Realty One Group Summerlin. That might not be a bad thing. So if you send it out to people, they know it came from you. Okay. whatever you wanna put in it, that red area, you can play around, with. Put in anything in it you want, okay? I wouldn't send it out leaving the red in there. I would pick the red out. So don't just get it from Amy and forward it to the 15 people, they're gonna say, don't forget you can brand this, okay? I'm gonna deal with the MGM, I don't know what the hell it is, right? So make sure you take that out. I just put compliments of your name and the officer. Okay. We'll get to this one later. This is part of REVUP 1 that we're gonna fill out to figure out how much money you want. You kind of fund that, okay? We'll get back to that. And then I think the most important one is this. Okay, if nothing else from this class, take this and read this a few times. Because what are people gonna ask you? What's the most common question you're gonna get now that you're real estate? From anyone, what do you think? How's the market? I get it from my nephew when I go home every day.
I hear this a lot.
You
It's
do?
not a good time to buy. That's when I hear the time when I do say something.
The point is you need to have an answer for that. You can't just,
It's always
This-
a good time to buy.
this is what I used to say. When I started in 08, who lived here in 2008? You lived, okay, it was shitty when we lived here in 2008. It was horrible. Horrible. Homes were upside down, foreclosures were everywhere. Things called short sales were happening. Okay, and thank God I latched on to short sales, or else I probably would have quit after a year, because regular real estate didn't exist.
You didn't make that much money.
Hmm?
You didn't make that much money.
No, the average sale back then was like $150,000.
I bought a house here in 2011 for $50,000. The commission was like $500 for the girl that sold it to me, like that.
Nothing, yeah, so, but if you survive that, like a lot of us did, here we are on the other end doing great. But the point is, back then, when I worked at RE/MAX the first couple of years, ask me how the market is. If I bet you at a barbecue.
How's the market?
And you know I work at you know what, Robert, the market right now, let's say it's 2012. The market is crazy, it's unbelievable. As a matter of fact, I just listed a friend's house. And little did I know, he was upside down, like he owed 400,000 and the house was worth 200,000. Like, and you might be saying, no clue what they even means with the average consumer, okay? Or let's say the market was normal, let's say it was a regular market. Some realtors will say, oh, it's unbelievable today, Barbara, let me tell you what happened. I listed a house in Summerlin last Friday for 600,000. It sold in a week for 695. Unbelievable. We got 95,000 more than the seller wanted. The seller was thrilled. And I'm glad that real estate is going so well. And that's an honest answer. But it's the shittiest answer you can ever give it. Okay. What if you were a buyer and I said to you, I just listed a house, we went up 100,000 in a week, I sold it. Is that good for the buyer or is that good for the seller?
It's discouraging.
Yeah, if you're a buyer, you might be saying, oh,
I better wait till it comes
I
back.
can't buy that, I can't afford a 700,000 house. So we learned this script. We definitely managed to put this together, and now ask me again, how's the market?
Tim, how's the market?
Robert, and usually I start it the same way. It's a little crazy out here in Vegas. It's unbelievable, but it really varies, Robert. Let me ask you a question. Are you usually buying or selling or renting or an investor? What segment are you in?
Investment.
Which side are you on?
Investment.
You're on the investment side, okay. Let's say, let's go backwards. Let's say you're just a regular buyer. Yeah, Tim, I'm looking to buy a house. Have you owned a house before, Robert? No, I haven't. So you're a first time homeowner. Okay. Did you know that in Nevada you can get a grant for up to $25,000 that you don't have to pay back? That will be buy your first house. Consumers don't know that. Okay. Have you had a chance to speak to a lender to get pre-approved? He probably hasn't. Okay. In other words, the answer is geared towards who they are. Now, if Robert was a seller, I'm going to tell him about that great Summerlin house I just did. Son of a bitch, Robert, I'm glad you're a seller. Let me tell you what happened. But otherwise, until I know what he is, I could shoot myself in the foot and not even know it. And I know in my career, I did it hundreds of times, bragging about a stupid sale, about how great it was. And this guy wants to buy a house. And I just discouraged him from ever buying a house because they're so expensive. So we practice this a lot in different classes, but hang on to this, okay? Because I go to Smith's to get my boar's head turkey, and I have a little one pin on. The girl goes, "Oh, are you a realtor? How's the market?" It just comes out of people, and you have to have an answer. You can't just say something that's fantastic or it's great. It's unbelievable. You need a little more to it, or else you're going to sound like every other dopey realtor. I must say. How many realtors are in our association? Anybody know?
6,000.
I got 6,000.
7,200.
I got 7,200.
17,000.
I got 17,000. Somebody on Zoom, how many realtors belong to Las Vegas Realtor Association? Anybody on Zoom, throw out a number.
12,000?
12,000, so I got 6,000, 12, so 17,000. 17,000. This year, the year's almost over. When the year's over, probably March of 24, we'll get all the numbers, of all 17,000 agents. How many of the 17 you think did not sell a house this year?
Majority,
Give me a number, 10%, 50%,
The new one?
90%?
90% need 10%.
17,000, and how many did not sell a house of 70,000?
55%.
55%. Well, I like that number. It's kind of a weird number, but 55%. I get 10%.
10%.
It's usually between 50 and 60% that don't sell a house. They paid for school, they paid to join their company, they pay whatever they pay, and so they lost $4,000 this year probably because of the fees they pay, and licensing, and they didn't sell a house. I don't understand. MLS, yeah, I don't understand. I understand. Then why be ready? Go back in Valley Cars. But
it only takes one sale to get all back.
technically, but then, Uncle Sam comes looking for.
I know, but you get what I say, it doesn't really take much for you to break even.
That's true.
You just need to put in the work.
Right, but none of us want to break even, but we all want to make a lot of money, that's what we're going to do this, of course, okay? So knowing this little, again, this will help you just look smarter in front of people when they ask you how to market. And sometimes, as time goes on, and once you join MLS, which half of you are not in MLS yet, you might live in Summerlin. Every now and then you might go into MLS, put in 89135 or just Summerlin, and of the 4,000 single family homes for sale, right now, that's what they did last night, 89135, which is where my office is, there's 147 homes for sale. And that's it for my office. I really didn't know that until when the MLS asked. Okay, so sometimes if you become a Sky Canyon guy or gal, or you live in Mountain's Edge, so you concentrate on Mountain's Edge, you might want to every now and then go in there and say, oh shit, I wonder how many homes are for sale in Mountain's Edge. It'll tell you in 3 seconds, okay? And that'll just make you look that much more of the value to whoever you're talking to, instead of just spewing out crazy stuff like most of our realtors do, unfortunately, okay?
Did you say that 147 houses was just in that one zip?
89135.
Wow.
That's it. Okay, ranging from, I think the highest one was 25 million in somewhere, Summit or something, and down to a regular house. But, now, I mean, we have agents in our office, just like in Henderson in here, that's what they do. They specialize in Summerlin or Providence or Sky Canyon, and they cater their social media to that zip code, where they mail. They might spend $300-400 a month sending postcards. If I was a realtor, I would send a postcard to people in that zip code, if that's what I was concentrating on. That would be my farm. Okay, but again, just knowing little tidbits like that, you could be in the business for 2 months. You could look really smart compared to the agent that's been doing it for 10 years that has no clue, because they don't just take the time to do it.
Now, Tim, does the social media have to be filtered by you guys, by the brokerage? Like I cannot just open a Facebook page saying Gonzalo said a realtor. Actually,
as you take the classes, no, ultimately, you're gonna get in trouble if you mess it up.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so it has to be branded with your name on it, Realty One has to be on it. When you get together with Rock Tight, Anthony or Tim or Felicia, you guys have Felicia. They help you set up your social media, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, all that stuff.
I got it.
And do that before you get your license. That's the idea. The idea is, real quick, before I forget, this, let's say it takes 6 weeks to get your license, on average. In the perfect world, if you could, that's if you're doing this full time, spend 6 weeks coming to these classes, getting with Tim and Anthony and Felicia, setting up your social media, having your business card ready to go, because you can't print it because you don't have your license. Get all that shit out of the way, so when your license comes, all right, I got my cards going, my social media is set up, now I can do open houses. Okay, a lot of agents wait for it. No, you're good, come in.
Your cards have to have your license.
They do, yeah, that's why
You
you have
can't
to wait.
order them until you.
Now, I'm not saying that,
Everything, right? Even your social media doesn't, if you have a realtor, don't you have to?
wherever your name is out in the public, your license number has to be there somewhere.
If you're marketing for it.
Or anyway, I mean, if you send out a flyer, if you send out this flyer, that, for example, and you change the body of it, and you put in your name, you gotta put your license number on it. If you don't, that's a potential $500 fine to every person you sent this to in your database. Okay,
When you do the Facebook,
Yeah.
you need to put the license.
What we always tell people, we don't have time for this class, but in other classes where you do social media, if you guys can make it, even if you guys that are not in summer, next Thursday, I'm sorry, this Thursday, tomorrow. Justin Taylor from Rock Title, he's in Arizona, he's supposed to-
Surely.
right, Justin Taylor is Rock Title's trainer nationally, and he was supposed to fly in, but he can't. He's gonna do a Zoom class tomorrow for a business meeting on social media for about 45 minutes, and it's incredible what he's gonna cover, okay? But for you new folks, as you all have Facebook pages, right? Okay, we all have Facebook, okay. You need a Facebook business page. You don't have to do that. Get with Mark or me or Wendy, we'll show you, you can go in and start creating it. But before you make it go live, just let us look at it. So we know just looking at it if it's in compliance, because we don't want you getting fined. Because you'll get fined.
You said Rock Title will help us with some of that, I've never been on
Social
very
media?
much social.
Yeah, they'll help you with all that.
So we gotta
And I
be-
wanted my daughter to get involved with that, is that a possibility with Rock Title? Because she can handle. all-
To help you mean?
Yeah, to help.
I mean, there's a girl, Emma, that comes in, she's French, and her husband is retired. And I don't think Emma knows how to type. I'm just kidding, of course. But really, she had no clue. Robert comes to every training class, and Robert's not an agent, he's her husband. So he's helping her do the social media. So bring your daughter to the classes, yeah, send her there, and we'll get a kick out, okay?
So, before we leave, can I get the number to whoever I have to talk to Rock Title for it? Because I'm almost ready,
Okay, at all the
I'm getting
offices,
a new phone just for real estate, so that's one.
in all the offices, like here in the Southwest, you guys have a little cabinet over there. If you've noticed, it has all these flyers, has everyone's info. We have the same thing in Summerlin, over by the training room, everyone's business card. Title company, our lender, our home warranty people. You came to onboarding, right?
Yes.
Okay, and onboarding is all that information in that handout we gave.
Mhm.
All of their phone numbers, all of their email addresses.
So it's them, the one I have to contact directly,
Yeah.
okay?
Shoot them a text. Hey, Anthony, this is Gonzalo. I'm a new agent in the Summerlin office. I was talking to Tim today. I was wondering if we had 15 minutes to get together this week in the office to talk about social media. It'll be Johnny on the spot. Sure, Gonzalo, how about Friday at 2? And he'll spend 15, maybe 30 minutes with you. He's not gonna spend 4 hours. Okay, he'll spend a few minutes, see what you need, because everyone's different. You're different. Robert doesn't have a clue. You know, it's not his thing. He's been building houses. He's not on a computer during the day. For a lot of you, being on Facebook and Instagram is a natural thing, okay? So he'll spend 15 minutes with you probably to figure out where you're at. And then set up another 1-hour meeting to do the real good stuff. That's usually how it works.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and it could be Anthony or Tim.
No, that's good.
And here is Felicia. Do you know who Felicia is yet? Okay, Felicia, so easy, yeah. She's Rock Title's marketing rep. The other offices, we have Tim and Anthony. But they all work together, okay? All right, gang, so far so good. Any questions about any of that stuff? I guess we should do REVUP number 1, right? That's why we're here. What about everything else? All right, gang, so this is, let's move this. Let's get this over here somewhere. Okay. All right, gang, module number 1 of 10, we call it GPS. The cool thing about this is, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. I wish I knew who came up with that, because I think it's kind of cool. Diorella said 21,000 agents. You were close. Diorella, but it's 17,000. Just so you know, okay? You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You got to do stuff that you don't want to do. And if you don't do it, that's okay. But you're probably gonna go back and park your cars if you don't do it. Let me ask you a question. You just sold your first house in summer, $600,000. You're excited as can be. That's a $18,000 check. Like, holy shit. How many of you ever got an $18,000 check? No, I never. People get $18,000 checks. You're gonna get $18,000 check, minus 30%. So now you want to let the other 200 homeowners in the Willows of Summerlin know that you sold that house, right? You want to get more business. So you call up Felicia or Tim or Anthony and say, hey, Tim, it's Tim Kelly. I just sold this house, 1111 Banana Street in Summerlin, 89135. Can you give me the 100 people in that subdivision? And they'll give you a list. Take them a day or two, but name, phone number, email address, all the information of the 100 people that live around the house. How many of you are going to take that list and you practice the script and you go knock on the door and introduce yourself? How many of you would go knock on the door?
I would.
Who? Right, right,
I
right.
would.
Okay, how many of you would rather get on the phone? It's one or the other. You knock on the door, you gotta get on the phone.
How many people comfortable doing both?
You can't do both.
Whatever
Just
it
purpose,
is.
you gotta do one or the other. What are you gonna do first? You gonna call them or you gonna knock on the door? There's no wrong answer.
No, I know, it just depends on if you have the right script or if you feel comfortable doing one
You
or the
feel,
other.
you feel comfortable with both of them, because you're a rocker, you got them both down, baby.
See, but then the thing is, if I have a choice, I'd rather call, not waste their time. If you're always gonna catch them on the phone, but never probably not at the house.
You're a phone caller. Hey, Zoom people, are you gonna knock on the door or are you gonna call them on the phone? If you were following along with my example.
I would knock on the door.
Wow, okay. Glenn, are you still there, Green Valley Glenn? Would you knock on the door or call?
I'd call.
Okay, reluctantly, but he'd call. So who would call? Yeah, right?
I would call.
You would call, okay. If you get a
I would
chance,
probably call too.
okay, that's cheating, okay? If you ever get a chance, ask that Damon is teaching. Damon Cole used to be our former corporate broker. He's in the summer office, and now he has the biggest team in Las Vegas, 150 agents. And he used to be my boss. And he brought this up one day in a meeting, and he would knock on the door. He's a door knocker. I ain't knocking on anybody's door. That's not my thing. I'm gonna call you on the phone. Okay, and that's what I did at REVUP for 4 years, from 2008 to 2011 or 12. An hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon, I'd go into a conference room. I'd have a script, I'd have a list of names, and I would call just listed or just sold script to this list of homeowners in hopes of getting an appointment. And I did. I got appointments, and then I bring my coach with me, and I just sat there. I didn't do anything. I didn't know what I was doing. And he did everything, got the listing, and that progressed from there. And then Thursday to Sunday, as much as I could, I would do an open house from 12 to 4 every day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or maybe Friday and Saturday, depending on the weekends. I was on a football game or whatever, the weather, But I would find a vacant house that's a Realty One house, take all my signs from the office, and that would be my office for 3 or 4 days. I bring my laptop, I bring some water, and I want people to come in, and I'm still working on my laptop. That was my plan for 3 years, and it worked. It worked for me, okay? But you have to either figure out if you're gonna get on the phone to contact people, or you're gonna go face to face. Eventually, you'll do both, okay? I recommend if you door knock, you don't go by yourself. You look a little creepy by yourself, maybe no sense to even here, but we're a Realty One Group 10, or so they know who you are. I mean, if you knock on my door, I'm not open. I could look through that people and see you, Robert, I ain't opening. That's just how I am. I don't know, I just
It's kind of the same with the phone, like if I don't recognize phone number, I'm not gonna.
That's the answer, yeah.
There's some phone that they will reject the call later.
Yeah, but my theory was, because I started in the summer of 08, it was hot. I was like, shit, I'm working around, it's hot. I'm gonna look like crap when they open the door. So I just sat in the air conditioned room in the summer and made phone calls. And that was, I had a little headset, a little microphone thing. I looked like a disc jockey or something, and I'm just gabbing away.
That's a good point. That will change my answer to.
Oh, sure. There you go. But there's no right or wrong answer to my point, okay? But you have to figure out, how you're gonna get people to work with you. Either you're gonna call them, you're gonna meet them somehow at a social setting, networking, maybe social media, or you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna spend money on Zillow or postcards or some sort of advertising and marketing to get them to call you.
So you can advertise yourself in film?
Absolutely. For $1,000 a month.
How much?
At least $1,000 a month.
Oh.
Yeah. But I know agents, I know teams that spend $5, $10, $15,000 a month on
That
stuff.
works or doesn't work?
If they keep paying it, something's working.
All I know is that in 2011 or 12, when I started making some money, I wanted to go on Zillow. And I see all these agents that are on there, people in my office. And I was very involved with LVR. So I see Omar Lopez or Billy Alt down there, and they're still agents, still friends of mine. Hey, Billy, how's that Zoom going? I don't know, it's really expensive, but I do it. Omar would say the same thing. They were lying. They were making more money than God. They didn't want me to get in there and compete against them or any other realtor.
Right?
And they're still doing it to this day. But it's hard and it's
It doesn't
expensive.
work, they won't do that, right?
Exactly. But and again, hopefully, and you guys on Zoom, you won't get caught up in this. Well, I'm a new agent, I need leads, of course, you need leads, okay? But most real estate companies aren't gonna give you leads. Or the ones they give you are not,
Quality.
okay, I like that word, quality leads, okay?
That's how they call it in insurance game.
I mean, if a guy just walked in here now and says, hi, my name is Tim, I'm in today, I'll be back Saturday, I wanna buy a house in Summerlin for $1 million, can I talk to one of your agents? You think Mark is gonna give it to you? Absolutely not. But he said he'd give you leads. He just won't give you that lead. You know, he's gonna give you, oh, this guy called 3 weeks ago, Dave, and I think he's a buyer or something. I won't give him a call. We don't do that anymore because you're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna get pissed off. Like, oh shit, they give you all these leads, but half of them are dead, or they've been called 14 times. You're gonna have to figure out a way to generate your own business.
Or they're retired and saying.
Whatever, yeah, whatever it is, or, you know, so you're gonna have to figure out a way to create your own business if you can. And we'll help you with some ideas, but it's a lot of work. I mean, it's a full-time gig. If you're doing this part-time, I'm not putting the kibosh on anybody, but statistically, you're gonna fail if you're doing this part-time. You'll be out of here in 2 years. I hope not. I really, you know, but most of us start off part-time. And if you can, you know, get a deal or two under your belt and have, you know, 8 or 10 grand saved up, that'll keep you from quitting, probably, you know, but part-time is hard. It really is, because you're not coming to the classes, I had an agent call me the other day, he's been here 7 months, and he didn't know how to log into MLS.
Jesus
I said,
Christ.
dude, you paid him $1,600, remember? You don't have been to MLS, Tim, you know, Tim, I'm a full-time thing at the thing, and I got 2 little babies, and, you know, and I feel bad for him. But, you know, maybe you shouldn't do this, you know, not that we want to leave, but he's getting frustrated now. And he wants to help a buyer, but he doesn't know what to do, because he hasn't done it, because he's been working on the other job, so. Anyway, so get comfortable being uncomfortable, really, really important, okay? Anybody in the chat here? What is the chat people want? All right, DRL is a caller, right? Gal after my own heart. I'm the same way, DRL. I'm calling. I'm not knocking on anybody's door. Okay. All right, gang. That's me. If you're curious, just a little bit about my experience. Worked at Remax. I did loans for a while. For a window of time, I was very involved at LVR. All of you should get involved at LVR somehow. Go join a committee. Go take a CE class there. You know, if you have to pay for it. If you go to Key, we pay for it. But there's nothing wrong with taking a CE class at $20 and meeting different agents, okay? Next year, Mary Perry in Summerlin is the president of LVR, okay? And a lot of our agents are really, really involved on committees and things like that. But if I was you guys, definitely go down there. I mean, you're gonna pay them, who joined last? Oh, you didn't have to join, did you?
They join what, LBR?
Yeah.
I'm still paying LBR.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wendy, did you join?
Who, you?
Yeah, when did you join? Just recently, right?
Yeah.
How much was it to join?
For.
LVR.
So they don't charge you anything and they
No,
can.
when you told me you're a brand new agent, how much did they charge?
Almost 1,700.
$1,700, not layaway, not $100 a month for 17 months, bam, $1,700. And they give you all of these things that they do, and most agents don't take advantage of. The classes they give, the free computer lab training, all that stuff. Take advantage.
Is it every year?
It's all the time.
Funny you should ask. The first year, it's $550 more because they charge you, you know, you're the new agent startup fees, like junk fees when you're buying a car. But it's typically about $110 a month. Year number 2, 121.
That's how much.
Okay.
Well, I'm paying 168 because it like prorated the rest of the year and I can do it like right away. But then starting January, it's gonna be 121 a month.
What you should do, those of you that recently joined and paid your 15, 16, $700, $1,700, call down to LVR 784-5000 and tell them you want to find out about the smart pay plan. That's where you pay.
It's a
monthly.
prepaid plan.
They don't have it.
They have it.
They have it, I have it.
Yeah,
I have
they've
it.
had it for.
But what was that?
It's all the time.
Is
Same thing.
Yeah, it's called smart pay. It's
They'll
like
prorate
they take money out of your debit card every month. Right.
You pay.
Is it mandatory?
Then it just balances everything.
No, you have, after you pay your 1,700 year 1, year 2, you can pay throughout the year. There's a payment in January, a payment in August, and a payment in October.
They give me a calendar, I pay 1,700, and they say on January you will pay 700 again.
Right, and then tell them you want to get on the smart pay plan, and in February you'll pay 121. March you'll pay 100.
But you gotta do it like right away.
Right.
Because the sooner you do it, the better they can prorate you and lower your account. Mine is now 168 because I didn't do it right away. It took me like a month to get. Pretty much, I got my first, I think it was like a $300 bill. That's when I called about it. And they just had to prorate the rest of the year because it goes on a 12-month basis, starting in January, not starting whenever you start.
But to answer your question, Gabby, if that was you, it's about $120 a month. That
Okay.
debit card, and they take it out. That's what everyone should do. Because what
Okay,
happens,
so is this mandatory or is it
No.
something?
No, you're paying your dues every year, annually or mandatory, but you have two ways to pay it. Monthly with the smart pay plan, but you have to call them and set it up, or they'll send you an email. You'll get an email December 23rd with your $600 bill that's due January 5th.
But I'm saying like to actually get this, like it's mandatory with our company, right? Is it mandatory to have the MLS?
Yes, unless you don't want
Okay.
to.
No, I'm just curious. I didn't know if it was.
No, but to take it a step further, not to confuse everybody, there are non-MLS brokerage firms out
Right. That's why I'm asking.
there. You guys or what's your title?
Salesperson. Salesperson,
Independent contractor.
that's your style.
Realtor. You should put realtor on your card. Okay?
Okay.
There's 30,000 real estate agents in Nevada. There's only 20,000 that are realtors that belong to LVR, NAR, NVR that paid $1,700. The other 10,000 didn't pay that. I don't know what they're doing, but a lot of them are commercial agents or they're property managers that don't necessarily need MLS. But if you want to sell a house, you got to go with MLS. There's no way around it.
So LVR is basically the local version of NAR. So
Correct.
joining that, we are officially realtors.
Correct. Just so you know, you're $1,700. Brendan, you're $1,700. 550 of it was just application fees, bullshit fees. But the other, the remaining 1,200, LVR gets only $200. They don't get all, they get $200. That is all they get. NVR gets 200, NAR gets 200. Then the big bill is MLS. MLS is about $600-700 a year to access MLS. And then there's another couple $100 for the lock boxes. Okay.
180 something.
Yeah. Okay. So well, you guys, you're all going to be in about $3,000 or more before you sell a house. You're in the red, $3,000. So be prepared. Yeah.
Be prepared and
Yeah.
be ready and be.
A little more than that. I guess I can see.
Huh?
I keep it.
They don't matter.
But 15, when did you
It
go?
depends on when you join. All right, not to get caught up in when you join.
Because
And like I say, it goes from January to December.
Stay with it. With a prorated schedule. So if you join in August, it's
It was prorated.
1,700. You join in February, it's 1,400.
You
That's
did it
all.
in September, right? And October.
Well, so I guess I can consider myself lucky that with my last brokerage,
That's fine.
back I made all the money back.
There you go. Right. So that's me, gang. And that's my little sermon on LVR. But get involved. Go down to LVR, join the committee. We push it at all the meetings, okay? And go down there and take a, and it's some really cool meetings. An education committee, there's a trends committee that keeps everyone on top of the market. There's a anyone into politics? No? Okay, neither am I. But you should follow it a little bit because it affects what we do. It really does. So they have a political affairs committee. That's really cool, okay? Do you know that the state wants to tax our commission? Like you get a check for 20 grand, we give you 20 grand. Right?
30%, right?
You're an independent. But they want just only realtors, but not car dealers, only realtors. They want to tax us on our 1099 income. No fucking way. Excuse me. Our political affairs department fights that. Okay, we have people that go down to the legislature and fight that for us. Okay, so but and plus now the new year is coming, you get inundated with stuff from LVR. You're gonna get an email every day from LVR. Open it, please. Spend 8 seconds and read the damn. Okay, there'll be a message on there or whatever. Read it because again, it's you paid for it, and too many agents just disregard it, and it's a waste. Okay, so that's all my stuff. This is just a quick synopsis of the 10 REVUP classes. I'll flip through this kind of quick. We have the handout with the schedule that's coming up, and the dates, who's teaching it, so you know who it is. Okay, so those are the 10 classes. Okay. And in this class, there's a lot of things we cover, but we're going to primarily cover things like, how you're going to spend your time. And you have to think, you're not an employee anymore. We're not going to, Gonzalo, you got to come in tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Now, if we were paying you $25 an hour, you'd be in tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We ain't paying you anything, but we'd like you to come in Thursday at 9:30 to the meeting because it's going to benefit you, but we can't make you come in. Okay. So you have to kind of change the way you think because you're not getting up going to work. You're getting up and this is your business. You're the CEO of, Kevin Enterprises, or whatever you want to call yourself. Okay, so that's kind of what we talk about in this class a lot. We'll talk about time blocking, talk about scripts, different ways to get some business. Okay, and then it's a business mindset. How many of you do affirmations or know what an affirmation is? Do you? Nice. Now, anybody else affirmation folks? No. Anybody on Zoom do an affirmation? Like, or tried them or? Okay, probably not. I was never.
I do.
You had?
I do.
You do? Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I was never an affirmation guy. But probably 2012, I went to a Tom Ferry like weekend convention, and I was hooked. Okay, I met all these people making more money than I've ever made in my life. I said, shit, if they're doing it, I'm gonna do it. Okay. And then there's a book called The Miracle Morning. The Miracle Morning. It's $10 on Amazon. You should buy it. It talks about if you're not a morning person. And but every REVUP class starts off with an affirmation. Okay. So what we're gonna do here again, you're gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. Stand up. Come on, you gotta stand up. I'm gonna say this 3 times. I'll start off, and then each time it gets louder until we piss Mark off. There's Mark. Mark out until we piss him off. So, but again, each class has an affirmation. This one is, I'll read it first. I am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and choose its contents. All right, so let's do it 3 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, everybody. I am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and choose its contents. Okay, again. I am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and choose its contents. All right, last one, really loud. I am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and choose its contents. There you go. Thank you, playing. There you go. But what I did, after I went to the Tom Ferry seminar, I made up that affirmation. That's in green. Every morning I do that, either in the car to work, sometimes in the shower, sometimes with my dog Lucy, my lab grinning up at me. But every day I can say that, you know, if you waterboard me, I can say that. I mean, I got it memorized, you know, and I'm not saying you should do this stuff.
Can you put it back?
It's right there. What do you want me to put back?
Okay.
This one?
There, no.
That's the first one. And there's one of these for every class. So number 2, there'll be a class, number 3, but that's what I do every day. And does it help me? I don't know. But I know it doesn't hurt. Okay, if nothing else, it gets my day going. Another quirky,
Information, you're gonna have a good day, then you will. So
another quirky thing I do, if you guys ever call me and I don't answer, my phone will say, hey, this is Tim Kelly, branch manager, Realty One Group of Summer. Thank you so much for calling. Today's Wednesday, October 18th. Please give your information, I'll get right back. If you call me tomorrow, hey, it's Tim Kelly, Realty One Group Summer. It's Thursday, October 19th. I don't know why I do it, but something years ago stuck in my head because some guy at a Tom Ferry seminar that did it. I said, oh shit, this guy makes how much? $750,000.
So that you recall
Every
your
day.
voicemail every day?
Every day. When I do this, I walk my dog, I do my little my phone message, and I'm on my way. Okay. I'm not saying you should do that, but do whatever works for you. You know, maybe your thing is take a shower standing on your left foot. I don't know, but all I know is that there's enough negativity in our industry to begin with, from the public, from, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are we trusted? Number 1 or number 10? We're at the bottom. You know, we're down there with the politicians and you know, whoever. We're not up there with the nurses and the teachers that have respect. We don't get that. Okay. And when you come into the office, you'll get negativity from the other realtors. I'll be sitting there sometimes and I'll hear an agent, son, I can't believe this shit. Now the goddamn buyer is 8. I can't believe the buyer is not, you know, not increasing their price by $1,000. Now I'm going to lose my $15,000 commission. I want to go out there and punch that agent in the neck for saying stuff like that. Think it, but don't say it. No one needs to hear that negativity. Okay, so but you'll hear that a lot, and you'll hear it from Realty One Group agents. And when we try to filter those guys out as much as we can, or stay home. But this works for me. So, but if you can remember the Miracle Morning, there's actually a book called The Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents. It's basically the same book, but then they put some real estate stuff. And it's a quick read. It's $12 on Amazon. And from that book, I stole a lot of other people's affirmations to create that. So it's not like I came up with this, you know. And as you come to a lot of our classes, Mark and Jeff and Jim, we'll say something called R&D. What does R&D mean to you normally? You've heard that.
Research and develop.
Yeah, we know. In real estate, it means rip off and duplicate. So someone's doing something and it's working, rip it off and duplicate it. It's not a copyright infringement. It's not like we're stealing the Coca-Cola logo or something here. But like Zillow, all those agents are on Zillow, something must be going on. Even though they're discouraging me from doing it, they're making money. So it was worth a shot. So, but that's my affirmation. Okay.
So I remember when I saw my house, the very first thing I did, I went to school and I checked, and then I emailed someone there. So you have nothing to do, then you go there, you know?
One thing I would do right now, getting off the topic, if I was a brand new agent and I got my license. And you're talking to someone, a neighbor, a friend that's thinking about selling their house. I would go on Zillow, see what Zillow thinks is worth, take a screenshot of that. 500,000, go into MLS, do a CMA, maybe it's worth 550. But I'm not gonna tell that to my friend. I'm gonna just say, hey, Glenley, I was doing some homework in your neighborhood and below in this email is a screenshot of what Zillow thinks your house is worth. What do you think it's worth? Take care, Tim. There's a chance you're gonna respond to that email, probably, or text message, right? And hopefully that will create a dialogue to eventually sell your house or get invited into your house to potentially list it, to get interviewed as a listing agent, okay? Little things like that, okay? You gotta work your ass off. You have to be persistent and again, this is not half empty. This is half full. That's just how I look at things, it's half full, it's not half empty, things like being self-disciplined, are you guys, we're not punching the clock, and Wendy and Mark and me are gonna recommend you guys do stuff, and you're gonna say, sure, Tim, I'll do it, and you're not gonna do it. It's just not. We'll know because the results will be there. So you're gonna have to do stuff you don't want to do. Okay, not illegal stuff, but door knocking or getting on the phone and closing the door for an hour or two and making phone calls. Oh, shit, I don't want to do that. Okay, you don't have to. What's your better idea to get business? Crickets. You don't have a better idea. Okay.
After I finish my classes, I go to the store and I got my car today. I'm getting on my car, getting into conversation with people.
I know realtors that are very outgoing. I'm not that kind of guy. Like they'll go to a restaurant and they'll be, oh, this meal was fantastic. I'd love to meet the chef. They don't want to meet the chef. They want to promote that they're a realtor. Oh, Steve, you're the chef. Unbelievable. This is the best filet mignon I've ever had. Kissing your ass. And here's my card. If you ever, that. And then they're talking to the owner like, oh, can I leave some of my cards up front or whatever? That's just not me. But you should do it. That's just not my personality. Okay. So you'll figure out what your personality is. Okay. And you should create some sort of schedule. I know it's hard because no one's going to tell you what to do. But there's nothing worse than waking up every morning as a realtor and no one's paying you. And you say to yourself, oh shit, okay.
What do I do?
What do I do today? Who do I do? Where do I go? And in the 3-ring binder, as you did you guys get the 3-ring binder from Mark? You know what the 3-ring binder is? That you put all your rev-ups in? Okay.
This one?
There you go. Yes. Ask Stephanie for that 3-ring binder. In there's a page that says what to do while you're waiting for your license. And I think you saw it, right? You saw it the other day. You guys, there's things you can do while you're waiting for your license. Go visit some new home developments. Go do an open house with another realtor. You can't say anything. You're not going to get anything from it other than learning.
Experience, yeah.
Exposure. Yeah. Oh shit. Now I might go do it by myself. And I do 2 or 3 with someone else. Okay. But try to plan some sort of schedule. I know it's hard. I mean, if you have family and kids, but just be careful. What's one of the motivating factors that made you want to be a realtor? Besides maybe making a lot of money, what other benefits to it appeal to you?
The freedom.
Freedom, right?
Create your own destiny.
Okay, yeah, right. Flexibility to do whatever the hell you want, right? If I want to go to my niece's soccer game, if I want to go to my niece's, if I want to cut out early and go to my niece's play at Bonanza High School on Friday, I can do that.
Just at least I'm more involved in something. Say, I am a bit behind with my a lot behind on my retirement stuff. And this is like the only way I cannot control the stock market or Vanguard.com. But however, I can see the insights and outs of this one.
Right, but just be careful. Those reasons that we do this, the flexibility, freedom, I can come and go as I please. Sometimes you can get into that mode and and you're not working real estate. You're home on ESPN, you're home walking the
Yeah.
dog. Oh, it's Friday, oh, fuck. I'm gonna drive down to California this weekend, you know? Easy to do that, because no one's gonna stop you.
You know,
But that's the stuff that's gonna make you poor. Or get you back on unemployment.
so it's a good thing
Or-
that we have already business experience.
Yeah. I
And so
mean,
being your own boss, sometimes you're enslaved more than when you have a paycheck.
exactly, okay? Some other stuff, I call it EPA. EPA. We're gonna teach you all this stuff, how to fill out the forms, how to do an open house, how to handle the objections. But we can't teach you effort, we can't teach you to be persistent, and we can't teach you to have a good attitude. If you don't do any of that stuff, again, go back to valet parking. Go back to dealing cards, you'll be a much happier person, okay? But it's the agent that called me the other day after 6 months and he didn't know how to get into MLS. I wanted to strangle him. You know, I really did. I said, dude, I didn't say this to my mom. Very nice, but inside, I was pissed that he didn't know, he's done nothing for 6 months. He has kids, he has a job. I understand all that, but make an effort at least, okay? Your effort and your persistence and having a good attitude is really, really important. And I think that kind of goes without saying. And at the bottom here, real quick, in Summerlin, we're doing this. We're starting to create little, if you guys could join too, from other offices. Glenn, well, you're on the team, Glenn, so I think you're okay. But we want to create 5 or 6 or 7 new agents in a group. And you might have 3 or 4 groups in the office, and they meet every week, every 10 days. Just to shoot the shit, just to talk amongst themselves. And me and Wendy will get involved, and we have a guy, Fred, who's gonna get involved, help coaching with it too. But that's something we're trying to see if it works. So if you guys are bored, and you wanna come to a summer meeting one day and hop into doesn't affect Mark, doesn't affect your splits with Mark, everything's the same. Because sometimes new agents get a little lost, they get a little lonely. Oh, shit, who am I gonna call today? I called Mark 14 times about something, I don't wanna call again. You know, so it's good to have another new agent.
Are you talking about me?
Hmm?
Are you talking about me?
No, not you, no. But we want you to ask questions. Don't not ask, just not the same ones 6 times. Okay? Stuff like that. Nah, but that wasn't you. So, okay. Attitude's important. Again, check in with yourself as much as you can. Be intentional. The glass is always, is always half full from my perspective, okay? But you gotta also make sure that the client is the main thing. I know agents. Does everyone know, if I said to you, the co-op in MLS is 3%, does everyone know what that means? You guys don't know, right? Okay, I think everybody else, Nelly, you know, okay, everybody has no clue, Nelly, you know, Stephen, Gonzalo, Mike, okay. You have a buyer, you join MLS, and he wants to buy a house in Summerlin, between 500,000 and 600,000. So you go to MLS, you take in the classes, and you do a search for him or her. And you put in 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-story with a pool. 500,000 to 600,000, and there's 47 homes. You save it, and those 47 homes goes to your buyer. So you can start looking at it, okay? But before you send it, you check the co-op, meaning how much money you're gonna pay if he goes to see that house. And one agent might be offering you 3% commission. Another agent for the same type house is offering you 1% commission. So instead of $7,000, instead of making 21,000, 3%, say of 700,000, you're making 7,000. Which would you rather make? 3%. Of course, but you're not gonna avoid showing that house to your buyer. You're not gonna make that house sound like it's a piece of crap to your buyer. That house is just as good as the other one. Okay, that's part of being a realtor. That's part of the gig. You can't, put your desire to make more money over the desire of your client to see the house. That happens in the past. And that's why we're in trouble with some of these lawsuits that are going on. Okay, but don't ever do that. Don't even have a conversation in the office about that. Oh shit, Tim, I can't believe it. Ricky at Remax, it's only 1% commission. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's what it is. Call Ricky. Pitch to Ricky at Remax. Tell me you want more. Okay, which you're not going to do.
If that's part of your licensing board, you do not come to a consensus.
I mean, that's where, you got your client comes first. Would you rather make 21,000? Absolutely. But I'll take 7. if it gets me a client for life, this is gonna be my client that's gonna send me more referrals. My first client, Isaac Elias, an Egyptian guy, bought his first REO for me on Reynolds Avenue in 2008. He's my client to this day. He's bought 7 homes. And he's turned into this real estate mini mogul. He didn't speak English when I met him 15 years ago. But he was smart with his money, had his own little used furniture shop by Nellis and Stewart in the shittiest part of town. But now he has like 7 or 8 homes. Rents them all out. He's like a mini real estate guru. Okay. When I met him, I'm saying, well, $50,000 must buy a house. I'm gonna make $800. No, I treated him as if he was like a $1 million liar, and it turned out pretty well. Okay, everybody on Zoom, good? So far, so good. I'll take that as a yes.
Yes,
All right.
so far so good.
Okay. All right, gang. We're gonna do a little do's and don'ts. Hopefully, you guys can see this on the screen. I think you can. And this is in the book somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, but a lot of this is just common sense. Okay, things that you should do as a realtor. Be confident. Be honest. Speak professionally. How should you dress? Let's say
Press.
well, your guy calls you up as a buyer and he's looking for $800,000 house. Spoke to him and her on the phone a few times. Never met him. And then you're gonna meet him Saturday in the office and then go see some houses. What are you wearing?
Professional.
What are you wearing? What's on your body? That, okay. Tie? Okay, you gonna wear a tie, Robert?
Have to.
You gonna wear a tie?
Ties don't really look good on me. No, I look awkward. I will wear a blazer.
Okay, no, I like what Kevin's wearing. Is that the norm? Absolutely not. But there's nothing wrong with it. I used to dress like that all the time. When the Remax I was with, that's how we all dressed. So I kind of conform to my office where I work. Now here at Realty One Group, we're a little bit less casual. We wear a lot of Realty One stuff. So you'll see Mark wearing a Realty One Group shirt. You'll see Jeff wearing a Realty One t-shirt every day. If you meet Jeff in the Northwest, big guy, all he wears is black Realty One Group t-shirts. That's all he wears. I swear to God. I don't think he owns a collared shirt. I mean, he does. But for Monday to Friday, he wears something that's Realty One. Okay. This is me most of the time, but a lot of times I'll have a Realty One shirt on and a blazer. I'm a big blazer guy, like that. So if I'm gonna go meet you at a house for 800 grand, I'm not gonna go in there in flip flops and shorts.
People won't believe you are a realtor.
But again, I know realtors that are very successful that wear flip flops or shorts. That's how they are. That's their thing, and they're not gonna change. And they pull it off. They have the personality to pull it off. So just be wary of that. Okay. I mean, I always look at it this way. If it was the other way around, if I was a consumer, what would I want that realtor to look like or act like? I'm not saying that's the barometer we should use, but that kind of always works for me. Okay. But wearing that every day, I think is a home run. Nothing wrong with that. Really nothing wrong with it at all. Okay. And again, things like again, it's on here, be persistent, build rapport. These are all common sense things that we should do. Okay. But there's also a bunch of stuff that we shouldn't. Okay. And a lot of things we shouldn't do. Okay. It's really easy to talk shit about the other realtors. Very easy. Maybe it's deserving of the other realtors because they mess up or whatever they did, but don't. Okay. That's the kind of stuff that can get back to you, and that's actually a violation of our code of ethics. If someone called me, hey Tim, this is Ricky at Remax, I'm the broker over there, and Robert Adams, I think was talking negative to this homeowner about my agent here at Remax, saying that he's so much better and she'll sell the house for pennies on the dollar. She's so desperate to get money, and I don't think that's cool, Tim. Now I'll go talk to Robert, and I'm sure it's not a big deal. But that stuff gets back to people, okay? So when in doubt, don't say anything, just keep it to yourself. You'll live longer, less aggravation than you want, okay? Even if you know that agent is a piece of crap. Because again, that's a violation of our code of ethics, talking bad about our other agents, right? Be on time. I know that sounds silly, but be on time when you're meeting a client. What if you're meeting a client Saturday at 10 o'clock in the Summerlin office? What time are you getting there?
9:30.
Yeah, you gotta get there 9:30, 9 o'clock. Get there sometime sooner. Okay, the good thing about our office is, when you walk in, the lights are on, the music's playing, the coffee machine works. So, at other companies, I'd have to get, at Remax, I'd get there an hour early. Shit, how do I turn the AC on? Like, where's that switch for the AC? Or where's the switches to the lights? Here, it's all set up for you. Just walk in, you're good to go, okay? But get there early, it's really, really important, okay? A lot of agents, have something called commission breath. What do you think that might mean? Like,
Commission breath?
it's not up there, but like sell desperate or whatever. A lot of agents have, will say, when you're talking to clients, don't have commission breath. But what might that infer?
So you're just looking to gain money.
No, don't just focus on your final number, focus on the situation, on the current business, but
Yeah, in the beginning, you'll take any deal you can get, right? Let's be honest, shit, you'll sell, whatever you gotta sell, you wanna make a couple bucks, okay? But you almost have to treat it like, if the client doesn't want it, then move on. Okay, too many agents will try to sell it. Yeah, kind of, really, Robert, this is the exact house you told me you want. Remember when we met a month ago, you wanted A, B, C, D, and E? This house has A, B, C, D, E, and F. How come you don't want it? I don't understand. And no matter what I say to Robert, he doesn't want to buy an house. So why make myself look like an idiot trying to force him to buy the biggest, most expensive thing he'll ever buy in his life if he doesn't want it? Okay, just say, Robert, I understand. No worries, big guy. Let's fine tune our list, whatever. Okay, because it's easy to come across that we need the deal more than they do, and in a lot of cases, right? These rooms will be.
Well, and also it's all about relationship building. And when you're kind of saying like, what's your problem with this house? You're making them feel defensive because you're kind of, talking badly about their.
you tell me you're paying for it.
Here's a cool little trick I learned from Russell at These Are Owners. And you guys will meet Russell, he does classes for us sometimes. So you take the client into a brand new home, right? And all the models support it, right? Like we love going there, it's really. You're in there for a half hour, you come outside and you stand by the curb or in the driveway. What question are you gonna ask your client?
How are you doing today?
Well, we just walked through the house for 30 minutes. We left, you're out there with your wife and 2 kids. And I'm standing here, my little clipboard. What am I, it's the first words out of my mouth. Something to that effect. What do you think it's gonna be?
What are your thoughts on the house?
What are your thoughts?
It's like the floor plan.
What do you think? It's like floor plan? Okay. We've all said that. I think, so what do you think, Robert? Right? It just comes out. Russell said, no, do not say, what do you think? So Robert, how did you feel about that house? I know that sounds a little quirky, like this mindset, hocus pocus stuff. But if you say, how did you feel about it? That's a lot better than what did you think about it? What did you think about the game last night? That's a thing question. You're never gonna say, well, how did you feel about that Packer game last night? I don't even have it feel. But how did I feel about walking through this beautiful home that I could see my house, my family growing up on? Holy shit, I loved it. So little things like that. Get rid of the word think, use the word feel. Little things like that, you'd be surprised. And that's not a don't, but as you move on with your career, you'll find little phrases that work. And that's one that Russell told us 3 or 4 years ago. I never say thinking. What do you think about the house? No, I just feel about it. That's just natural for me to come out. Okay. And again, this is in your book, so you can look at this. And also, a lot of people in your life are not going to be supportive of you to do this. Hopefully, I'm wrong. But friends are relative. Oh, you're an idiot doing that real estate stuff. You're not going to make any money. And don't let that get to you. Because they like this, it's your job making $18 an hour, whatever they do. Nothing wrong with that. But don't let the negativity from the outsiders kind of get with you. Okay. This is something that we came up with during COVID. See what it says MEDS, MEDS. It's an acronym. The M stands for meditate. I'm not saying every day go to the bathroom and meditate, like, but every day just get in your car and just think for a little bit, just clear your head. E is for exercise, D is for diet, and S is for sleep. For COVID, we were preaching this all the time. Did you get your meds today, Robert? You look a little tired, because this job will grind you up and spit you out. You'll have one buyer that will be driving, you're up to 17 homes that you've shown them. And you're thinking to yourself, this is insane. I don't know what these people want. I'm up to tomorrow's house number 18. That should never happen, Michael. If we teach you properly when you meet that client, you should know what they want, so you're not showing 17 homes. That's insanity. 4 or 5, maybe 6, but not, you hear the story, Sam, I showed 42 homes. I feel like saying, well, you're an idiot agent. It's your fault. It's not their fault. You're not showing them what they want. You're not listening to what they're saying. Okay. So, but consider just worry about yourself sometimes too. I mean, your health, your family, sleeping, things like that. It's important because this job will drive you crazy. There's some more affirmations that we talked about. Okay. And these are just some things that you're gonna need. Like a laptop would be nice. It's not mandatory, but you should have a laptop overnight or service, something like that you can carry around. Okay. Obviously business cards. A name tag. We don't buy any name tags because we figure that's kind of a personal thing. But there's a place in town that will, for like $8. The pass these 4 now. Everybody take 2. Really a thank you card. Thanks. More. Everybody got 2? We got 2 each. I'm sorry. We got 2 each. You got 2 there. You heard? You got 2 each. And then here, this is my gift to you. I'm a big thank you card guy. If I met you or I interviewed you, you should have gotten a thank you card. Okay.
Yes, I still have it.
There you go.
Put it Wendy's.
There you go. You got Wendy's. Yes, this is what me and Wendy did and stuff. Okay. I've gone on appointments years ago where my postcard or my thank you card was on the fridge at the front. Swear to God. It's up there for 3 years. People love thank you cards. Use these. I'm not, and you can buy these from us. They don't have to be real. When you go to Walmart, buy a packet of 10 for $3. But when was the last time any of you got a thank you card in Amazon? Have you ever got a thank you card in Amazon? No, it's very, very old school. My mom used to do this. She would send a thank you card to the power company, keeping our lights on. And I always thought it was stupid, but she was actually buying more time because they were going to shut the lights out sometimes, so she was trying to be nice to them.
Give Christmas cards from the realtor who told me the first time I rented. He still to this day he sent me Christmas cards.
There you go.
And hardly even friends do that anymore. So that means even more
Exactly.
when you give them.
Now a birthday greeting from a friend is a text.
Right.
Not even a phone call, it's just a text. Happy birthday, Steve. Happy birthday, text,
Or on Facebook.
Yeah. God bless Facebook, bro. Sweet for your birthday. But get into habits like this early. Okay. If you go to my open house and what's the main idea of an open house? If you're doing it, what's your main purpose?
Collect leads.
What kind of leads? Well, whoever walks in the door, I guess, right?
Everybody that walks in the door, clearly they're on the chances are they're on the market to purchase. They may not like that one, but at least you can get their info.
Or at least they wanted some information about what's going on.
People it.
About the neighborhood or something, right?
Whatever you can just.
I'm sorry,
Anybody into a set.
Go ahead, Zoom.
I didn't hear the question.
What's the main purpose? If you do an open house, what's your main goal? To get what?
Oh, okay.
What is it? Answer, since you.
To bring people to obviously see the house, but to kind of, what is it? Mingle with people, basically, get your name out there.
Yeah, it's one of the 8 or 10 things you can do to.
Networking.
Network, right, to get leads, okay? And 9 out of 10 times you're getting what kind of leads?
Buyers.
Buyers. Right?
Buyers.
Buyers, okay. For the first 18 months I did open houses at RE/MAX. I was having a lot of success, and I was gonna ship candidates. If this doesn't work, I've done 30, 40 of them in the last year or two. I got a person, I think I got a deal out of it, one buyer. And I was gonna stop it. And then somebody at RE/MAX, Bobby Tran, experienced agent, said, "You're looking at it wrong." I said, "No, Bobby, I'm not looking at it wrong. I'm not getting anything wrong." And he goes, "Are you getting any neighbors come in?" I said, "As a matter of fact, Bobby, that's the worst. They come in all weekend, eat my cookies, grab 3 bottles of water for their kids, and they're not gonna buy the house. They live across the street." And he goes, "Tim, take care to those people." And I'm saying to myself, "Bobby, what are you talking about?" Tim, that's your future seller. That's your next listing. Okay, so I catered, the buyers came in, I was nice, but the odds are they have an agent or they're going to 14 open houses. And I would do everything I can to impress them and get their info. But if you lived in the neighborhood, I was kissing your butt. Oh, really, Glenn? How long have you lived here? Tell me about the HOA. Okay, what do you like about the Willows? You know, and maybe you didn't engage with maybe you would just blow me off. But when you left, I would try to find out where you live in the neighborhood. Like maybe I got your name, you know, Mary Jones. And then if you left, I would maybe go out with my phone, and I'm not on my phone, but I'm trying to see what house you went. Because I want to get the address of that house. And I'm sending you my thank you card. How many people you think get a thank you card for going to an open house? Yeah, you mind? Nobody does. I got more business, more listings from thank you cards to the neighbors than anything else. And all of this is a thank you card. Hey Kev, it's Tim at Realty One Group. Appreciate you stopping by my open house on Saturday. It was dead as can be, and you brightened up my day. I appreciate your conversation. If you have any thoughts of selling in the future, I'm your guy. Tim. Now, you're not calling me the next day to list your house, but you're gonna probably remember me more than anybody else. And then now that I have your info, I'm putting you into my CRM, which we have for you called Sync, that's free. And I'm gonna start emailing you a report every month until you tell me you don't want it. And then if I get your phone number, maybe every now and then I'm sending you a text. Okay, but now I got you. I got your info, and I'm gonna be reaching out to you in a constant way without pissing you off. Okay, because you walked into my open house. Okay, so my mindset changed. The buyers were great. I wanted the people in the neighborhood because that's my next listing. At least that was my goal. Okay.
And also, I think that the neighbor might bring you the potential buyer because they have family, friends that they want them as neighbors, so they can potentially bring someone to buy the house.
I think neighbors come by for two reasons. The main one is that they're nosy. You know, they want to check out the house that they've never been in. Yeah, you know, shit, I like the, oh, yeah, my, and of course, when they come in, their house is always better than yours. My house is better than this. But you're right, Nelly. I would say, you know, I know you're not gonna buy another house in the neighborhood, Gonzalo, but maybe pick your next neighbor. Do you have any friends, relatives that might want to move to Vegas? You know, they could live across the street from you. Just a little chit chat like that. Okay. The goal is I just want them to leave somewhat with a smile on their face. So when I call them or I sent them the thank you card, you know, that's going to just increase the chances down the road of them actually answering the phone. If I actually try to call them. Okay. So that's my mindset on open houses, that I wanted the sellers. The buyer's going to come, but I really wanted the sellers. Okay. You have to have a calculator, have internet. Here's the note cards and envelopes, you know, name tag. If you don't have a name tag yet, go to Mark or come see me. I'll give you the 1 pin. We all have these 1 pins. We'll give you. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as you guys know, this one was crazy for sure. But we'll give you a bunch of these 1 pins that you can wear around if you don't have a name tag. I was never a name tag guy. I revolted against the name tag. I just didn't want to wear a name tag. I thought it was childish, and that meant I worked at Target or something. Or I don't know, I was stupid thing. But I would always have a Remax pin on, or the 1 pin. That's good enough. If they don't know what I'm a realtor, then that's my fault. Okay. But as you go through the handout, you know, make sure you look at this page. Find new clients, Glenn, yes, and get buyers. Absolutely, Glenn. But don't forget about the neighbors. Okay, don't do what I did, where I was pissed at the neighbors for a year and a half coming in. I thought they were wasting my time when they could be potential sellers down the road. Come on. Let's do this. Okay, so what do we got here next? Okay, so all right, that's our laptop. Try to time block each day. Okay. If you're bored, once you join MLS, I'd hop on MLS and just do some searches or take the class. When you signed up, Glenn, did they make you sign up for the mandatory matrix class?
Yes.
Okay, I'd take that class 5 times if I was a new agent, because you're gonna take it once, and then 6 weeks will go by, and then you'll have a buyer, and you're gonna have to go in and do what you learned 6 weeks ago. You're not gonna remember. You're just not, you know, take it again. And they have videos that you can watch too. Okay. So spend time doing that. I would print out the RPA and I would print out the listing agreement. That's what my coach had me do at Remax in 2008. And I left them around my house. Each bathroom had an RPA. In my bedroom, I had an RPA. On my couch, while I'm watching a football game, I had an RPA. And he goes, Tim, whenever you're bored, just, you know, during commercial, pick up the RPA and read a paragraph or 2 or 3. Okay. Because these RPAs and the listing agreements, when you guys first see them, who wrote them? Who composed that language? What kind of person? is a contract.
Lawyer.
Lawyer. Anybody a lawyer here? No, no. So some of this is, it hurts my eyes reading it. All the stuff they put in there, okay? So you need to internalize that so you can explain it to normal people like you, so they understand it. They don't want to hear, notwithstanding the forthcoming paragraph, section 7, no, they don't want to know that. They want to know, what does it mean to me in English? And the only way you're going to explain it to them is by you internalizing it, okay? Back in 2008, we didn't do a lot of electronic signatures. So I would have to go to your house, bring the 11-page RPA, all filled out, and then I'd be sitting across from you, Robert, and I would take it like this, and I would print it around. So I'm reading it upside down, because I don't want you reading it upside down. I don't want to sit next to you. You're a nice guy, but I don't want to be your lap. But I knew it well enough that I could explain it to the agent to find upside down. But it takes practice. It takes
Why
lots.
don't we get copies of the listings of the.
You'll when's the
Contracts.
yeah on the schedule of REVUP, when's the RPA class? It's like 3 weeks from now. I think it's number 4. Does anyone have the schedule? That is
Yeah, exactly. It's on the 3rd of November.
Okay, so 2 weeks from today, right? 2 weeks from today, yeah, I teach that class, so you'll get a copy then. But you technically don't have access till you join LDR. That's where all the forms are. Okay, so same thing with the listing agreement. Okay, and again, I think what's the old thing? Tony Robbins, what knowledge is power or something. I think knowledge just gives you confidence. If you know how many homes are on the market, you're going to be more confident than if you didn't. Okay, if you know how to read that RPA in English instead of legal jargon, you're going to feel better about explaining it to someone. Okay, because again, if you read through that whole RPA,
Just tell them, don't worry about it, just sign.
all the time. No, we want to avoid that sometimes, but sometimes it's hard because a lot of times we're emailing it to them and they're just signing it. You explain it to them the best you can beforehand. What I usually like to do is I say, Robert, I'm going to type up the offer based on what you said, and I'm going to send it to you in a PDF form. So print it out and read it. Okay, make sure you're good with it. Let me know when you get it. We'll go over it and make any changes. And then I'll send you back another copy electronically for you to sign. That's assuming you're not coming in the office. We'd rather do it in the office, obviously. Listing agreements are usually always done face-to-face because you're in the house in most cases. RPAs could be, he's in California and you're here and you're typing it up for him because he's not here. Okay, so different strokes based on the situation. Okay, we have an app that's a really cool app. All of you should download it. If you haven't already, it has a little symbol that looks like where's the little symbol? It's a you can't really see it. It's a one in gold with a black little, see what's it, one? You know, one?
Yeah, I'm looking for.
That's what it looks like. And you should have gotten an email at the beginning when you joined to download it. Okay, it's connected to the MLS. You see what it says in one with the red line of it. Okay, see the one with the red number 1. So you should download it. If you don't have it, let me or Wendy know. We'll show you how to get it. But the cool thing about this is it's connected to MLS. But more importantly, it could be your business card. Okay, so Kevin, give me your phone number. What's your phone number? Yeah, Kevin, right? Kevin, are you Kevin?
Okay.
Hey, you're Kevin. Okay, son of a bitch. Yeah, give me your phone number.
I just found the.
577?
908.
Okay. See if you got a text. What I like about this the most is that it's an instant text message business.
Yeah.
Boom. So you meet someone, even at an open house. Okay, hey, hey Dave, or hey Ken, what's your phone number? I'm gonna send you my business card. And you send them that. It's pretty impressive. And bing, 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 you send it to them. And what's cool about this is if they use it and they go on MLS, you're gonna get an alert that they're on your app searching MLS. How cool is that? It's like being on Zillow and they're telling you they're on Zillow, okay? So if you guys don't have the one app,
So
let
but
Mark
first you
know.
gotta log into Zone and then you gotta,
You should have gotten an email to download it with a QR code.
no, I have it right here.
Okay, yeah, so is it on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but if you go back to the beginning, you put that. See where it says invite someone? Yeah.
No, I already have it because I already have.
No, if you want to send it to a client, you'll log out and go back in, but on the home screen.
I gotta log in into my account though.
But on the home screen, I think Rob, you just said, what's the term they have on it, invite?
Invite to app.
Right, that's what I did. The gate, I got his phone number 17, boom.
Yeah, I just
And I
gotta
have all my
register it and
stuff
stuff like
on the
that.
last thing. It's got the, okay, so use that, it's got a cool thing, okay?
No, I already booked away. I already booked for, I'm not working on my other business on Halloween and chances are I'm gonna spend most of the day setting the whole thing.
Very nice, okay. So everybody on Zoom, okay with the app? If you don't have the app or you didn't download it, just see your manager. It's important that you have this because, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't have
We
it.
can't do it right now, but we will, okay? Me and Wendy will set it up for you. But if you go back to your emails, when you joined in those first series of emails, that's where it is.
I couldn't do it because I didn't have my username at the time.
Okay, but you have it now.
I have it now.
Okay, so you should be able to download it, okay? Again, this is sharing the app, what I just did with Gabe, how I sent it to him as sort of like a business card, okay? And it also captures
Cool.
link if they use it. It'll give you an alert that they're searching for homes in Summerlin on your app. Okay, now if you get that alert, you don't want to call them up and say, hey, Ken, it's Tim, I see you're on my app. No, let's not be creepy here, okay? Let's do it the right way, okay? So be careful.
What is this, Real Scout?
Down the road, that's another search mechanism. You could use, yeah, another search app, okay? All right, let me buzz through this here a little bit, okay? Trends of inventory, okay, let me go back here a minute. Okay, we kind of covered that. Okay, some of this stuff we went over, but hang in here with me again. Okay, how many of you have ever done a business plan? Be honest. How many of you have stuck to that business plan for the whole year?
For a year?
Well, it's supposed to be for, right?
Well, I mean, my bad, I haven't had this for 4 years, but from the plan that I created in day one is still the one I'm applying today.
Okay, I mean, we have classes coming up because at the end of the year, business plan for next year, attend. But most realtors don't follow through, including me. I'm not gonna, full disclosure here, I love to say that I'm on top of it every month and updating it and stuff, but shit happens, okay? But at least if you start it, you'll have an idea of where you're trying to get to, okay? And again, also, what's important, those of you that are not on the team, you really are on the team. So when you're talking to people, let them know that Mark is your manager. You work for the biggest real estate company in Las Vegas, okay? You have a team behind you of managers and home inspectors and transaction coordinators and appraisers and lenders. So all of these people, all those people there in those little areas are at your disposal to help you, and you'll meet them. You'll meet Felicia, you'll meet Charity from Epic Lending, you'll meet Phil from Win Home Inspection, okay? So don't think you're going into this, on your own kind of thing, because you're not. Okay, you don't take a break, you power right through this stuff, okay? All right, we'll talk about, here it is, though, this is my phone line. You got it right there? All right, gang. Everybody has this one. Pull out this baby. Transactions needed to reach your income goal. Now, I know you guys on Zoom don't have this, you see it on the screen. Okay, so but kind of play along the best that you can. I want to show you guys something that will give you an idea of how you're gonna make, how much money you wanna make. So how much, in your first 12 months, how much money do you wanna make? Probably. Pick a number, there's no wrong answer.
It's like 60,000-70,000.
Okay,
Like pocketing or
how much money do you wanna make?
like before Uncle Sam or after Uncle Sam?
Without CPAs, here's a fellas, pick a number. How much money do you wanna make? 100,000, that's the answer we get all the time.
Well, no, I actually was gonna say,
200.
150.
150, 200, 200. The normal answer is 100,000. Okay, I don't know why, but I like that answer because it's easy for the math. So look at the sheet I gave you guys, the fourth one down, where it says, how much money do I intend to earn? Put that number in. Whether it's,
So the first year you said.
yeah, whether it's 50 or 100, okay? We're gonna use 100 as an example. So you might want to take 2 sets of notes because your answers are gonna be predicated on making 100 grand that we're gonna fill out here, okay? All right, so let's figure out how many deals you need to make, close to make 100 grand, right? How hard could this be, right? Simple math. What is the average sales price in our area? Who knows? What's the average?
450,000.
I got 450 from Fatty.
450,500.
Who is, price is right, baby. We got the price is right, 450, 500, okay? Right here, come on, gang, stay with me, it's right on the sheet there. All right, it's right on the sheet here, you know, I'm just saying, the average sales price is 556. Top left hand corner, okay? If someone got close, I was gonna give them a look. Not a chance, no one gets, okay, but let's call it 500, make it easy, okay? So on the top of the line there, what is the average sales price in your area? Put 500,000 on our little sheet, okay? 500K, okay? Now, what is the average commission per side? You know what that means? The average commission per side.
The listing fee and the buyer's fee, commission fee.
Say it again.
The listing, commission fee and then the buyer's commission fee.
Okay. We're looking for a, not a dollar sign there. Well, it could be like that.
That's the two, yeah, it's like usually people are gonna do 3 or.
Correct. What do you think the average commission per side is currently in Vegas?
3%?
Right?
Did I hear 3%?
Yep, 3%.
2.5.
2.5.
Yes,
Well,
per
you wish
se.
it was right. It's not 3 anymore.
2.75.
Yeah, let's go with 2.5. Okay, so let's go, the average commission per side is 2.5%. That goes in the second little line, all right? So we have 500,000, we have 2.5. So what is the average commission per sale? So somebody get out the calculator. 2.5 times 500,000, I think is 12.5.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right? Yes. Everybody know how we got that? My Zoomers, 12.5 on the third line down, average commission per sale, $12,500. Okay. Now, all of you are on the training program. Glenn, I'm not sure what your split is with Shad, but hang in there with me. Your first 3 deals, you get how much commission?
7%.
Okay, so what's 12.5 times 70%?
12.5.
Right, because you're only gonna get 70% of that of your first 3. Me and Wendy and Mark gotta make some money. Well, if you wouldn't, bucks. So what is that?
87.50.
87.50. Okay, so maybe put that number somewhere, 87.50 times 3. Just know what that number is, 25 something, 26 something. Okay. Okay, so we have 500,000, 2.5, 12,500, and 100,000. Is that what we have so far on that sheet? Everybody? Right, you with me? Okay, so if we did 3 deals at 70-30, made you 20, how much, Robert?
26, 22.
Sold 12 houses.
You're pretty close, so you want to make 100 grand, right? So 100 grand minus the 26, what's the difference? So 100,000.
7,400. 74,000, yeah.
Right, okay, now deal number 4, you start getting how much?
100%.
100%.
Oh, 100%.
So you're not gonna get 87.50, you're gonna get 12.5. So how many 12.5s do we need to make up that $74,000 difference? 6, 7, 8?
9.
Whatever the number comes to. So it's 6. So if the math is right, that's
You need to
well,
make
6 would be 60 grand plus the 26, sure, probably 7. Right, 7 times 10 is 70,000. 70. Let's call it 8. So you're gonna need 11 deals in the first 12 months to make 100 grand.
Yep.
Easy peasy, very hard.
It's one deal.
Not easy.
Yeah.
It's very
I would
hard.
say you're not
It's
gonna.
very hard, very hard. Remember when I started in 2008, the average sales price was like $185,000. You know, when I did this, we had 25 transactions, we got 100 grand, because the prices were so low, okay? Because agents always say, Tim, you know, I made 50 grand last year, this year I made 75, how do I make more money? What's the easiest way to make more money?
Work more,
Yeah. Or,
delegate.
Sell higher.
yes. I'm not selling the $200,000 condo anymore, I'm selling the 350 to 850 Summerlin's Desert Shore homes. That's the best way to get a raise, just increase your price, your price point, okay? But you gotta get better as a realtor, because let's be honest, the $800,000 Summerlin homeowner is not like the, not discriminating here or assuming it's the 250 condo guy. you know, on Durango and
They
20.
have different expectations.
Yeah, so you gotta be different when you're talking to these people, because they're different clientele, okay? But, so what do we say, 12 deals, 11 or 12 deals, you make 100 grand. Is it doable? Yes. Is it hard? It's more than hard.
Eight deals,
Okay.
especially your what?
8 plus the 3 at 70-30, so 11 deals. Right, now, again, if your price point is higher, it's less, if your price point is lower, it's more, okay? But kind of keep that in mind.
Hopefully the first deal is gonna be that $25 million house.
Nothing wrong with that, yeah. I think my first year, I think I made $65,000, which was less than I made as a dealer at the end.
You worked hard.
I did, I mean, it was a full-time gig, I came in at 8 o'clock every morning, agreements, like that was nuts.
Back then.
It was this new guy walking in every day at 8 o'clock, you know, because that was my mindset, I went to work every day. And then slowly you build from that, and get a higher price point, you get more leads, or whatever it might be, so keep a hold of this, but just 11, 12 deals, you're gonna make 100 grand, okay? This is another form that kind of talks about the same thing, okay?
Listen,
Oh, so that sneeze? Oh, wow, okay, that's a good, okay? The bottom one, just keep that in your memory bank, you must know your numbers, okay? According to, we quote a lot of trainers in our business, there's a Tom Ferry, there's a Mike Ferry, there's a Brian Buffini, those are the 3 big ones. So Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini, B-U-F-F-I-N-I. You should go on YouTube and Google these guys on YouTube. They have phenomenal videos, training resources that are free, okay? And we use a lot of their material when we train. Tom Ferry says, for every 40 people you talk to about real estate, that translates into a closing. So think about that for a minute. You gotta find, how many people would you have to reach out to before you have 40 conversations? What do you think? What's
well, 200, a rule of 3 tries to get 40 people to talk to you.
1 out of 5 you talk to? 200? That sound crazy? Does that sound realistic?
No, that actually sounds a little optimistic. I was gonna say higher, but
Oh, yeah, okay. It is.
so I did insurance for a little while, and it was worse than that. That's why, not saying that you're wrong, but
Yeah.
in my experience, even though in a different field, it took a lot, because immediately people put the blocking in me. So then it gets harder to give the second try.
Yeah, when I learned that, that's why I was a phone guy. I figured I could reach more people on the phone than I could knock on their door. Okay, that was just my thought process, and
It's probably true.
it's still true, you know, it's harder now to do a call list, all that stuff, so you gotta be careful. But keep that in mind, you gotta talk to 40 people to get a deal. You might say, oh, shit. Valet parking is looking better and better. I'm going back to the Venetian parking cars. Don't give up yet, okay? I mean, it pisses me off when agents quit after 3 or 4 months, because you wasted a couple of grand and you really didn't put the effort. You're here a year and a half, and you've made $32,000 in 18 months, and you're working your ass off, and you say, Tim, it's just not my thing. I'm gonna go back to the MGM. I can, be a craft dealer making 90 grand. I think that's a great idea. You gave it a shot, but 3 or 4 months.
But it was a legit shot.
Yeah, you put in 18 months, you did the open houses, whatever it might be, it's not your thing. Okay, but to give up too soon, especially since you've invested some money into it, just keep that in mind, because regrettably, did all of you go to Key? You went to Key? Who went to Key Realty School?
I did.
Right, everyone went to Key, right? Did they get, I went there. What's the statistic they tell you if they still do? There's 30 of us in the class. 3 years from now, how many of us gonna be realtors?
No, like 5%.
It's crazy, like 3 or 5 of the 30, and it's true. It's horrible, but it's true. Okay, so, but hopefully you guys won't fall into that. Okay.
And probably better, so we're not that many.
I remember when I was on the board of directors, 2018, 19, 20, we were talking as directors saying, wouldn't it be, how many members belong to NAR? Does anybody know? This is pretty good, you know this. How many of us pay $1,600 a year, let's say on average, throughout the whole country? How many realtors are there that are members of NAR? 1.5 million. Do the math. 1.5 million of us, right? Okay. Biggest trade association in the country. Okay. What's kind of cool about it is that a majority of the ones, I said before, don't do any business. Right? Half in Vegas will not close a deal this year, and they're members of NAR. There was a thing at the board one day. You know what we should do? and of course, it's easy for me to say and other realtors who are making money, let's raise the dues to $8,000 a year. Not $1,400, $8,000. Let's get rid of all the riffraff. Is that a good idea? What do you guys think? What if they raised it $5,000 instead of $1,200 a year? It's $5,000 a year to be a realtor.
It's not a good business decision
Yeah,
for
but
them.
you're gonna lose a lot of people that are trying to come into the business too.
Exactly, you know, and NAR likes having 1.5 million members, okay? But maybe they have 300,000 paying $5,000, it's the same thing. You know, money wise, they're making the same amount of money, you know? That'll never happen. 3 times a year, I wish it would, because of all the dopey realtors out there. Because you're gonna do a transaction one day, and it's gonna close. And that realtor gets 18 grand and you get 18 grand, and you're gonna say to yourself, I did all the freaking work. This guy was AWOL, he didn't return my calls, I had to call his broker to do this, but he still made the same amount of money as you did. And I mean, in some cases, it's not fair, but that's the way the model is set up.
Right.
Okay, and that's what some of these lawsuits are talking about, that why should the buyer's agent make as much as the listing agent? That fundamentally isn't fair. Because you could be in business 2 weeks, get a buyer and make 18 grand, and I'm the listing agent, and I make the 18 grand, I've been doing it for 25 years, and I know what I'm doing. In most industries, the better you are, the more money you make. You know, in our industry, we all kind of make the same commission, because that's the way it's set up, so. Be wary of the agent on the other side, sometimes they could drive you crazy, okay? Figure out what your week's gonna be, we talked about this, like time blocking some things. This was my thing in the morning. What are the Remax from 10 to 12, give or take. I would get on the phone and call just listed or just sold. In the afternoon, I wouldn't necessarily door knock, but I wanted to visit a lot of the new homes. I'd go into Lennar, Toll Brothers, I'd go to all of them, give them my card, just so they knew who I was. And then Thursday to Sunday, I would be doing the open house. That was my 12 to 24 month schedule for 2 years. I had nothing else to do. I mean, what else am I gonna do? You know, no one's paying me a salary, no one's, you know, really instructing me what to do. That's what I chose to do. Don't get caught up too much with social media though. I mean, you need social media, okay? So many agents say, Tim, check out my Instagram Reels story, and it's phenomenal. Tim, I got 14,000 likes, phenomenal. And what was the buyer or seller's name you got off that? You know, oh, I didn't get any leads. I just got a lot of likes. Yeah, I'm really popular on Instagram.
They wanna be influencers, I'm not really.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but make sure you're getting business from it, not just go around and say you're this great social media.
There's a way of getting business online.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
And there's a strategy of doing it. And I can teach a class if you want me to.
Yeah, there's lots of ways of doing it, there really is, okay, but a lot of agents get caught up, Tim, I gotta get my website set up. I've had the same website for 15 years.
A lot of times
I have no idea if anyone's.
clients don't really care about your website. And in my personal opinion, they care about pretty much you, they want to get to know who you are as an agent. You're building the rapport, you're building the relationship, that's more important. The website is great, every realtor has a website, it doesn't really mean anything nowadays. Back in the day, you have a website, you used to be great. Now it's like, oh, you have a website, that's great. So buyers want to know, what are you able to do to help them sell their house or purchase their house? What makes you different than every other realtor that's out there? And that's what you need to bring to the table. You need to bring your clients value.
And just keep this in mind, okay? If you meet, if I'm a consumer and I meet Robert, you get referred to me as a realtor from a mutual friend. And I meet you and I think you're a pretty cool guy and you help me buy a house. When I get home, what am I probably gonna do? To find out more about Robert. I'm gonna Google the shit, and Robert Adams Realtor, Las Vegas, whatever, I'm gonna Google it and see what you're all about. And if I go on there, to Thaddeus' point, if I don't see anything other than construction background or whatever you did in the past, that's gonna bother me. You said you're a realtor, dude. And so on there, you have your Zillow profile, your Realtor.com profile, your Realtor One profile, all this real estate stuff should just run down that first page. Really, really important, okay? Even though you've never sold a house, it doesn't matter. Okay, we have little make-believe, I don't think, templated profiles that you can put on the Realty One Group site that has nothing to do with selling houses. It just talks about you being a professional and a problem solver and, you know, client oriented, all those buzzwords. And then you'll change it eventually once you sell houses, then you'll promote these homes that you sell, okay? but that's why getting your social media set up is, in the beginning is really important. Stuff that Fatty's talking about is a little bit down the road, once you get a little bit more established, you know, you wanna do videos and stuff like that. But just like, I'm gonna go back and Google Robert the agent, there's a good chance, you know, they're gonna Google you too. Okay, so that's why your social media is kind of important. This is just a slide on potentially where you're gonna get your clients from. The ones in the middle, your friends, family, and past clients. Statistically, of your first 3 deals, 2 or 3 of them will be from someone that you know. Friend of a friend, your mother, your brother, your sister, your coworkers, nephew, you know, it's not gonna be a lead that you had to work hard for. Not that you didn't have to work hard for referral, but that's typically who it's gonna be. Okay, and that's where me and Wendy and Mark jump in to help you secure that client, even if it's your mother. You know, we're gonna go do a listing presentation. We're not gonna just take it for granted, right? And then as you start making money, you'll go outside that inner circle and figure out what you want to do. Are you gonna do open houses? Are you gonna get on the phone? Or are you gonna send out postcards? Okay, are you gonna create a YouTube channel? And every Friday do a video update. I know clients that do that. I know agents that do that. You know, I don't know how much business they get from it, but if you Googled an agent, his YouTube channel is gonna pop up. And I might watch a video or two to see what he's doing. Okay, but initially, family, friends is where you're gonna get your first couple of deals from. Okay. Another acronym that we use a lot is SPORE. Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Let me just go back a minute. Let me give you an example. All right, Steve, play with me here for a second. You're a buyer, and you call me off Zillow. You saw my $800,000 listing in Summer, and you're calling me because you want to find out more about it. So I say, hey, this is Tim. Can I help you? You're Steve. Play with me, Steve. You're the buyer.
I saw this house online and I'm kind of interested in possibly taking a look at it.
Great. Now, as I talk to him, follow the FORD thing. Oh, that's great, Steve. I appreciate you calling. Are you here in town or are you out of town, if you don't mind me asking?
Here locally.
You're locally? Okay, gotcha. And is this for you and your family, this house, or who might be moving in?
Family.
Oh, nice, okay. Are you having to sell a property first, or are you renting now?
Sell.
Sell, okay. So you have a house now that you have to sell.
Yes.
Right, okay. Now I'm thinking, what am I thinking now?
So are you gonna use that house towards your next purchase?
Stay with me, Fatty. What am I thinking as the agent right now?
2 opportunities.
There's
Like
2
I
deals.
can
Oh, shit. I'll sell his house, and he's gonna buy mine. Now, odds are 50-50 can happen, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay, but I'm not sounding like commission breath quite yet. That I'm all excited, you know? That's great, Steve. When would you like to see it?
As soon as possible.
Wonderful, okay. It is owner occupied, so I do have to get a hold of my client, so I can maybe set up something for Thursday or Friday after that. And if you don't mind, Steve, can I pick your brain for a minute or two here?
Sure.
What do you do here in town? Make something up. You're the VP or whatever.
Software sales.
Software sales. Okay. And you've been doing that for a while, I guess?
Yeah.
And wonderful. Okay. If you do sell your house and purchase this one hypothetically, are you gonna get a mortgage, or do you have enough money from the sale of your house, you think?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a mortgage, okay. Have you talked to any lenders yet?
Not yet.
Okay. I mean, I have no dog in the fight, as far as lenders go. Just gotta be careful. I'll give you some names if you wanna shop around. I definitely recommend, with the rates as crazy as they are, that you kind of shop around a little bit, okay? And what exactly did you like about my house that prompted you to call me?
3-car garage, nice backyard, good view, pool.
All that kind of stuff, okay. And you said it's you and your family, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so amenities are important, like you said, pool or parks or stuff like that. Do you have a golfer in the family, or a tennis player, or?
No.
No, nothing like that. Okay,
Just
great.
lay down by the.
There you go, good for you. Okay, now let's do this. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go hold of my seller so we can set up for tomorrow. And one more thing, Steve, before I forget. Is this, if you were to buy this house, do you think this is, your last stop? Is this the dream home for you? Or is this a means to an end for the next?
Well, I thought my current home was my final home, so who knows?
So this might be the last one. Okay, great. Okay, great. All right, Steve, my name is Tim, blah, 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 and I hang up the phone. Okay, that's how the conversations usually go. Now, he was pretty cooperative. And usually if they call you, they're cooperative. They want to see the house. That's all he cares about. He didn't care about any other part. He just wants to see the house. And then as soon as I hang up the phone, I got his name, I got his email address. Maybe when you said you do software sales, I might have said, oh, who do you work for? Maybe he blurted out MGM. So I'm hanging up with him, I'm going on Google, Stephen Nunn, software sales, MGM, Las Vegas. Let's see if this guy's a serial killer or something. Really, that's what I'm doing. I want to see what this guy is. Okay, before I meet him at the house tomorrow, especially if you're a woman. You gotta really be careful. You might not want to do that by yourself. Maybe you'll go with me. Someone will go with you. Okay. But that's using this method where it's conversational, but you're really picking his brain. And there's a form we have. It's in another class that has these questions. So he doesn't know that sounded like a conversation, right? It didn't sound like I was too inquisitive. I don't think I've done it enough. So I'm taking notes on everything he said. Okay. And then if we're not meeting, and let's see, today's Wednesday, let's say we're not seeing us Friday. I might call him back, hey Steve, sorry to bother you, it's Similar Realty One Group. I can get you in there Friday at 2, we can meet at the property if you're good with that, okay? And in the meantime, if you have 5 more minutes, give me some more bullet points about what you want in a house. If you don't mind, I can set you up on your personal website through MLS, and you'll start getting properties in your email every day before they even go on Zillow. And that's a true statement. If you put something in MLS, it goes to your client. If it's in their search bar before it hits Zillow. Not like days, it's like 45 seconds that your client gets it first, but they do get it first, and you can say that. Hey, look, Stephen, I promise that when these homes hit the market, you'll see them before Zillow. It's only about a minute. I'm not telling them that you'll see it before Zillow, but they like hearing it, right? Because whether we like it or not, he's on Zillow. Everybody's going to Zillow. Does anyone not know what Zillow is? Please. Everyone knows what Zillow is? I hate to say it, but I love it.
Yeah.
We had a big fight with them over the years in the industry. We were gonna take over our industry and all this stuff, but I love Zillow. Okay, they have great information, and don't make believe they don't exist, because your client is going on Zillow or homes.com or realtor.com. Those are the 3 big ones. 3 public websites that people go to, right?
So what about Redfin?
Redfin, oh, that's another big one. Yeah, my bad. Redfin. Yeah, all right.
Redfin, Open Door.
Open Door, OfferPad, but Zillow, Realtor.com, and Homes.com are the top. They've been around for the longest, okay? But you want to incorporate that acronym in the conversation, and I'm taking notes. So when I meet with him, I have some common ground. Sometimes based on the conversation, if he says he's born and raised here, I said, oh, I guess you're a Golden Knights fan. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, some sort of chit chat that have some commonality. Okay? Everybody on Zoom with me? We're good? I'll take that as a yes.
Yes.
Okay. Practice. Okay. Quick story. The Blake story is my nephew. My nephew's 24, 23. He lives with me. It's like my son. Never had a dad. We've lived together, me and his family. They live with me. Went to UNLV. I can't get rid of her. She's been with me through college, and now 2 more years. I can't get rid of her. But I love him like son. When he was 5, he wanted to learn karate. Took him to karate. They beat the shit out of him in karate. Okay. And the sensei said, look, like, you'll get good at this, but for every hour here, you have to spend 5 hours at home practicing. I bought the bag, I bought the guards, shit, he looked like Chuck Norris. He was so ready to go. He wouldn't practice. Going back Saturday, we beat the shit out of him again. Next Saturday, beat him up again. Needless to say, he didn't want to do karate, because he didn't want to practice. So you got to practice this stuff. You can't just go in when you're an athlete. We really have to practice this stuff, okay? This isn't all the REVUPs. Every day you should spend or the day before, spend an hour preparing for what you're going to do tomorrow. Okay, if you're going to be on the phone for 2 hours, prepare for it today. Get your lists, know which conference room you're going to go sit in and prepare to do it. Then do the work, and then prepare to follow up on as best that you can, okay? That looks like the same thing again, okay? We don't want to do that, we've got to cover that. And this is at the end of every REVUP. I'm not really crazy about this. REVUP says you should make 3 phone calls a day and add those 3 people to your database and send 5 or 6 of these thank you notes out every day. I'm big on the notes, I'm big on the CRM, but I think you could make more than 3 phone calls. Help me out here, right? I don't think it's a stretch to make 13, 23, You know, you could dial up a storm if you wanted to, so that, I don't know why the 3 is there, I've never quite understood that, but the key is. Also, make sure you take the rock title class for the CRM, the SIG. It's the one suite class. It's every, it's either Monday or Thursday. They have a class every Monday at 10 and every Thursday at 1. One is on the CRM and one is called One Orientation. It's on Zoom live. Make sure you take those classes, okay?
Let's go through off that.
Yeah, it's a live webinar that Justin does Mondays and Thursdays. Okay, and then once you log into Rock Title portal, you can access it anytime you want, the recording of it. Okay, but too many agents are not using the CRS. They're getting these leads and they're keeping them on in their phone or little yellow post-it notes. I don't know where people put them, you know, but they're not in an organized fashion, and you're gonna forget everybody, you know. Okay? All right, kids, that's all I got for you. Zoom folks, are you guys good?
Yes, thank you so much.
We're all good?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Last question, you guys, you're all right? Want to get the hell out of here? Go make some money? Don't forget Friday at 9 o'clock with Mark,
Right.
okay? Same place, same time. And then the following 4.
Where can I find schools? Because I have the old one and. That's why I think-
Dave will give you his, and you want a copy on the sheet.
Or I can just take it.
Oh, no, you, hold, see, yeah, right over there, see that cabinet? It's right there. That's right.
What is wrong with this?
Hmm?
Outside of the building. I'm gonna go there right now.
Say it again? What is the lobby? Oh, you go straight out that door, it's in the lobby.
All right.
You want- leave that open.
All right, thank you.
Which one would be exactly right? So, I have. That's the one in my birthday, the one I did. Which one would be? Is it this one?
You're in the wrong spot, you shouldn't, you're in your Google, it shouldn't be in Google, it should be in your email. No, that's in the flip on. Yeah.
That I got it there, but.
It's not in Google, that's your email. They emailed it to you 3 days after you joined the company. Just the email that got you into zone and everything else. That's where it is. Where it should be. Okay. I'll help you when we get back to the office.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you can also access it through like the one login or something. There's a link and then it will actually send it to you. That was how I found
Yeah,
it as
yeah,
well.
for, whenever you need stuff like this, remember the email, it's help desk at real. Help desk. You can email them today and put in the subject line, app login. Could you please send me the link to the app login? I'll send it to you right away. That's probably the simplest one.
So help desk, nothing.com.
That's it. Yep, you just put subject line in one app. You just put in the body of it, please send me the link, I just run a company, I lost the email on how to log into my one app, could you please send it to me?
Really one quick break.
Yeah, hope that's it, those one. Thanks, Southwest guys. Ken, Gabe, and come.
Thank you for everything.
Jim, I did a quick question. If you happen to know, like I like technology, right? So, I have Microsoft Outlook on my phone.
Okay.
Is there a way to have your, leads kind of sync into your contacts so that when they call you, you know who's calling? Or how do you kind
You're
of
not a Gmail guy?
get that all
You're not a
connected?
Gmail guy? I am. I mean, you're better at this technology than I am. I was an Outlook guy too, till I came here.
Yeah.
But our company is hooked up, I think it's called G Suite, it's like the corporate
Yeah,
Google
yeah.
thing, so that's why everything we do goes through, I know, I don't like it either, to be honest with you, Outlook is great.
Yeah,
Like
does
your
it do
emails.
that as far as like having your contacts from the CRM show up on your phone?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
It does.
yeah, absolutely, yeah, I mean, if you, depends on how the lead comes in. So then you get the alert.
Great.
Okay, but you have to have the CRM set up first, and then, it depends on what your lead source is, if they click on something, it goes automatically into sync, it's supposed to,
And then just go to the phone.
then it goes to the phone. right?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I'll reach out to help desk.
yeah, help desk is great.
Okay,
God bless.
thank you so much.
So
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, so can you help with the email when I came? What did you say? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Where's your subject line?
My name?
the subject, what are you calling them, or what are you texting them now? That's what we're doing.
The
The one app. Just put
One app.
one app in the subject.
one of them, right? That's it,
You put something like the one app, and then in the body of it, could you please send me the link for the one app
okay,
for my phone? Something like that,
okay, it's for my phone,
correct.
all right, thank you.
I'll send you one.
What's the book name again? Morning.
The Miracle Morning. The Miracle Morning, you like it? It's cool. It's like it's only like
I'm a book person.
or something. Are you? They have it on audio too. It's not, I mean, if you're an audio person, you know, I have it on audio. Sometimes reading is.
Do you want one more of the mouse pad? We even have one.
I don't think I do. Next time you're in the office, just ask us. We have a ton of them in the office.
All right.
No, we don't have- Sorry, but we have a bunch in the office.
Okay, all right.
So we can grab it. You know?
Hey, Tim.
Look who's here.
Stop by, say hi.
I see you, big fella.
How you doing?
Still killing it as always?
Good, yeah, we're pressing forward, man, right through the holidays, like we always do about this time.
Trust me. Suzanne had you at the top of the list. We gotta get you in there. We
Yeah,
really do.
Yeah.
Not for you. but
Yeah.
You know, to help out with
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we just got some good people on the
But
team,
it's going to
some other
be.
companies.
Did, is Catherine Canstar, right?
Yeah.
She told me more than you. Hey, Dan, it's Cat. You got an office for us yet?
Oh, really?
She's so much better. She's fun.
Yeah.
She told me once every.
Yeah, great, great. No, it's
So
good.
keep staying on top of
Follow up,
Yeah.
yeah. She's working clients too, so,
Yeah, she's a good girl,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, I got some good people, just, so that's good.
Do you, other than my office, do you have offices in the other two, Green Valley and Northwest? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's the last
Yeah,
thing.
you gotta go.
Yeah. Well, what's up, guys? Going into the slow season and the holiday season, I'm leaving out in December.
Yeah.
But,
Everything is.
just go there, hey, there's a bullpen, we'll work over there.
No, it's true,
For now,
yeah,
you
and,
know?
and like you said, it's kind of quiet, everything is kind of cut chance.
Yeah.
Production wise,
Yeah,
everything else, so,
I mean, this year compared to last year, production wise, the coverage out.
yeah, I think we're down like 50%.
From last year even, because even last year was down, because the second half of the
Yeah,
year.
I think we only went back 12 months, but,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the certain ages are doing great,
Of course, yeah,
but that team is still ones.
yeah.
Great.
You know, the turnover that we encouraged, that was just part of the game, I guess.
Yeah.
There's not much we can do about it,
Exactly.
You know, but,
Yeah, that's one of
it
those.
is what- how many are on your team? Well, 4 officers.
We're about 45, let's say.
Oh, wow. Okay. And do you have team leaders and stuff or no? You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a similar
Do those.
setup like the Volvo group and
Mhm.
Mitchell.
Yeah. And those agents include like admin staff, which we were pretty light on, but. You know.
Is Justin still with you?
No, but I knew Justin.